Oh my gosh, that was so epic. I think that's it. There he is. You guys ready? Let's pull it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Hey! And JB's on there! 600! 600! Yes! Yay! 600 mile time. That would be just... So here we are, back with the real Supercharger. Okay, we are on the test track.
I'd recommend putting your head on the headrest.
Okay.
There he's ready. Go.
Yep. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that never gets old either. We have the post-study production cars here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, oh yeah, you watch it.
Well, why is he gonna throw it?
I don't know, but we're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Just use a sledgehammer. What?
Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
I'm Eric, otherwise known as Derek, here in Shanghai at Gigafactory 3. Ballapalooza.
It's like tricks.
3, 2, 1.
Will it wipe is the big question of the day.
Will it wipe?
Generic cornflakes.
Whoa! It's raining cornflakes! Oh. This is trippy. Look, there's nothing here. Welcome, everybody!
Whoops. We were watching the SpaceX launch.
Sorry, I was watching the SpaceX launch. That's why there was a lapse in a black screen.
Whoops.
That's funny. Look at me go. Okay, hands in chat. Who was watching SpaceX? Who just saw that? Oh, look, David's back there somewhere. That was pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited to see them dock with the space station. It's gonna be a little while though. So here we are.
But yeah, all things are nominal. Everything's going okay so far. Good to see.
Yeah, definitely. So welcome. I'm sure we'll have more people flow in. Normally we don't do this till like 6, but we decided to just kind of do it a little early because SpaceX, we didn't want to interfere with them and they were kind of coming to a halt. And so here we are. Now, real quick, let me grab my right mouse and scroll up. Huge thank you to Alan Cruz for the $5 super chat already and said, let's do this. I agree. We got lots of thumbs up and everything and hands in chat. So a bunch of people were watching SpaceX. It was pretty awesome. Super excited to see that. Huge congrats to SpaceX team. Everybody, a huge congrats to them. Diego said Falcon 9 launched early to not interfere with Derek. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that, Elon.
They were supposed to launch yesterday, but we understand they had some weather delays, so, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And people are already noticing in chat that haircut.
Yes, today was
It's a
haircut
little-
day. Yeah.
It's work in progress.
Yeah. It takes a little while to fill in there. But the good thing is there's only like a week or two between a bad haircut and a good haircut, so.
True.
Unless it's really
I haven't
bad.
really looked at it too much. This is courtesy of David, so thank you, David.
It's nominal.
Is it nominal haircut? I love SpaceX launches so much. Okay, we're gonna jump right into the news because that's normally what we do here. If you're new, welcome. If you aren't new here, thank you for joining us again. Smash that like button. We're gonna jump right into the news and then we'll open it up. Just hang out and chat with you guys for a while about Tesla stuff because that's what we like to do here. Real quick, thank you to Corey and Howard for the referrals. Really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, it looks like I think Howard already took delivery of his. So
Wow.
Congratulations. If you're in the chat, let us know what you got.
Yeah, very quick.
I think Corey's still
referral
waiting
to
on delivery, though.
But some of the big news here that we have. So, the Model 3 refresh. We're calling it a refresh. I'm sorry, that might offend some people, but it is what it is.
It's like change. The 2021 changes.
It's a 2021, but it's got a lot of big differences.
Yeah, because we mentioned in previous videos how they've added like the heat pump, they've had the like the laminated glass, they changed the center console, changed some of the wheel options, and a few other changes here and there. But there've been a couple other things that have been discovered recently that we thought we'd mention.
Yeah. So, real quick, want to kind of jump into this. So over here, we're just gonna jump onto Twitter. Vincent, he runs Testamanian. He actually had an article that the cars destined for Europe have it listed as an 82 kilowatt hour battery pack.
Yeah,
And previously it was 79 kilowatt hours. So that's, 3 kilowatts might not seem like a big thing, but that actually is, because that's just that much more range and everything people will have.
And wasn't it smaller? Like it wasn't like 74 or something a couple of years ago. So it seems like they keep bumping it up. But that's how they were able to increase the range. We'd mentioned how like the long range gets up to like 353 miles, and now we can see why. It's because they're up to 82 kilowatt hours in the battery pack.
Not to mention though also the heat pump.
And the heat pump.
That really adds, like, everything just stacked on top. But because of this article here, they say the refreshed Tesla cars are using new cells from Panasonic, which they talked about at the end of July 2020, with an increased specific energy of around 5%. So not only do you have a bigger battery, but you have increased capacity cells, which means it might still be the same size. It might be smaller. So it's interesting to hear. I'm excited.
Maybe they left out a few little cells. We don't know. We'll
have to dig around once we can.
Well, the cool thing is they are continuing to increase the capacity and the range.
Exactly. So a lot of stuff going into this 2021 Model 3, but we've actually gotten some really good confirmation. We talked a little bit about it, but that laminated glass, currently it is only on the front front driver and front passenger. I'm not sure why it's not on the rear yet. My guess is it's gonna be coming.
Well, I have an idea for that. That will be coming in a future video, probably this week.
Well, yeah. So
or it could be next week. We have some. We need to get some materials for that. But yeah.
But yeah, so I definitely think maybe the rear might be coming soon. I don't know. We'll keep mum on that. Anywho,
let's take a bet.
Yeah. Okay. I would not take that bet if I were you. But the other big thing with these 2021 Model 3s is the Model Y, when it was first being delivered, everyone was trying to switch out their wheels and had a bunch of issues because they were trying to use the Bluetooth sensors that Tesla has been using. And then for Model Y, Tesla decided to switch it up and create their own Bluetooth sensors and have their own receiver and everything. So nothing really worked. Anywho, that's what's happening with these 2021 Model 3s. They now have Bluetooth Tpms.
Yeah, and while it is kind of inconvenient if you were trying to use the old ones and just swap out your wheels that you might have had for a previous Model 3, you now have to have new ones with Bluetooth. The one thing is the reason why they probably went this way is because with the old ones, I believe they had to have a different like sensor for each
Exactly.
wheel. And so it just a little bit more wiring, a little more hardware. Whereas with the new ones, I believe that the Bluetooth can just transmit and it can sense them and pick them up with just like one receiver.
Yeah, but I think the other thing though is these receivers and everything Tesla builds, like Tesla makes them. So it's that much less equipment they have to buy from a third party, and it just everything gets marked up. So it's great on that aspect. And also they auto calibrate and everything, which we love. But the only issue is you can only get them from Tesla, and Tesla doesn't exactly have a ton of these lying around. So a lot of people that are getting third party wheels are just going to be switching over their TPMS. So you're likely to find a lot of Tesla OEM wheel sets without TPMS coming up for sale in the future.
And we kind of ran into this back in March when we took delivery of the first Model Y that we got. And that's when nobody had discovered back then yet that the new TPMS sensors were Bluetooth. And we were actually helping we put wheels on a fellow Model Y owner here in Denver area, and his never would calibrate. And that's when he took it in, I think, and got it checked. And they said, it's different TPMS sensors. And that's when, we had to wait for swapping out our wheels before they were available. Tesla started selling those.
Yeah, so it is kind of a pain, but I totally understand why Tesla's doing this. So I guess we'll just kind of have to keep an eye on it. I imagine people are going to be trying to make these Bluetooth sensors aftermarket. It only makes sense, just a matter of time until they do start popping up. Let's see. I'll hold through that. Next up, so 2020 and 2021 are looking like quite the year, especially for Giga Shanghai. And so it looks like right now the latest number is 550,000 cars are planned to be produced in Shanghai in 2021.
Yeah, and of those 550, they're expecting about 100,000 of those to be exported to like other markets such as Europe.
Yep. Wow, I totally just messed that.
Sorry. But that's just the Shanghai Gigafactory. They're still going to be producing, at Fremont, and and also if they can bring, the Gigafactory in Texas online, they could maybe have over 1 million cars produced next year.
Yeah. So this article also on Testamanian, they break a lot of really great news. Kind of goes into it a little bit more in depth. But we were there when they were still building it.
Shanghai, yeah.
And the fact that they have gone to what they are now
in just over a year.
Blows my mind. It's absolutely mind-blowing, and I love to see it. It's just wild to me that they have gone from literally nothing, and the last time I was there, they built a whole Model Y factory.
Yep.
So it's pretty crazy. But very excited to see that. It'll just be that much better for any investor in 2021. So next up, there's some new updates going on, and it looks like 2020.44 has kind of a feature that a lot of people would find useful.
Yeah, and I think we mentioned 44, that update last week, but people we mentioned, I guess, the regular what was in the release notes with the latest release, a lot of like media improvements and Spotify and stuff like that. But one thing that someone noticed is that they now changed it so camp mode no longer keeps the screen on all the time, because a lot of people have been complaining about that, where it had the little animated fire that would go all night long, and some people are really light sleepers, or they don't like their screen being all night long. So it looks like Tesla changed that so that now camp mode will, after a certain period of time, will just kind of turn to a dark screen and it says camp mode on it. So it would be nice maybe if they did make that a user customizable thing, because I can imagine some people would like to keep the light on, some people don't. So it'd be nice if there was just a switch toggle, but it's nice that they have listened to feedback and changed it so that screen is not on all the time.
Yeah.
Not a huge change, but if you find anything else that's in that latest release, let us know. But that's just something that came out, wasn't on the official release notes.
Yep. Next up, there is a new supercharger in California.
Yeah, and this is one. It's going to be actually
Massive.
the largest supercharger location that Tesla has opened to date, with 56 V3 superchargers, and it just opened the other day, and it's in Fireball, close to Fireball. It's not in Fireball, California. So if you go to the town of Fireball, it is not there. It's about 23 miles away on the I-5 for those of you in California. It is on the I-5, close to like Panoche. I don't know how to say it exactly, but that is the intersection where it's located, close to a Chevron. There's some restaurants there, but it just opened. It's got a solar canopy, and again, it's the largest supercharger location for Tesla to date. And we heard that Tesla was out there filming some videos, so you might be seeing those soon. They might have one of their little promotional videos showing up soon. But it's cool that they do have the solar panels there to help offset some of the energy usage, and it sounds like they're going to be having battery packs on there too eventually.
But the fact that it's 56.
Yeah, so that beats. I think
crazy.
I think they
to
had
me.
like size 50 in China, so there's several of those there. So 56 is good. They don't have like a little lounge like they do at some of the other locations in China, or excuse me, California. But they will have lots of restaurants nearby. It looks like there's a McDonald's, there's a gas station. Looks like there's going to be another restaurant opening up nearby as well. So it should be good amenities for those on the road heading, between like the Bay Area and down to the south.
Eventually, we will get down there once everything kind of settles down.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going on a road trip next month, but I think that'd be too much of a detour to head over to that. That would add
Definitely
some time.
many, many hours.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you all will be seeing some cars driving around.
Unless I left a
next
day
month.
early. Yeah.
Maybe it's time for a road trip.
Yep.
Obviously a socially distant one, but that's a great thing about road trips.
Yep.
You're in a car. So I guess that's pretty much it for the majority of the news that we found. We always kind of like to end this segment though with a solar update. And besides last week when we told you we finally got Excel to come out and replace the transformer and pole and everything, we've been doing really well so far.
Yeah, the weather hasn't been that warm though, so that we were seeing the problem with our old transformer on hotter weather or on those bright sunny days, which would normally have perfect solar generation, but we were having problems because of the dirty power being provided by our transformer. But anyways, this week we had some snow earlier in the week, so we actually had a couple days with little to no. Well, no, we actually always had some solar being generated, but it wasn't enough to cover all of our usage. Fortunately, we didn't have any outages or anything. But this week we only really had 3 days where our solar outproduced what we used in our home. So for the week overall, we generated 350 kilowatt hours, but we used 440. But of the usage, we actually took 300 kilowatt hours from the grid and only sent 156 back. So definitely cut into our surplus that we have. But for the year, we're still doing great overall. We still have over 5,400, almost 5,500 kilowatt hours in surplus in our bank that we've sent back to the grid that we can then draw from during these colder, darker months. And so again, since we haven't really, we've overproduced, with our solar since March. We're still on track. We might be able to catch back up here in November. December and January, probably not going to, but we'll keep track on that.
Yeah. Overall, though, it's doing great. I don't know if you would have saw here. I'll throw up the chart again for 2020. You can kind of see where we're at just right down here. Last month, we were able to produce more solar. That's the yellow.
Basically, the yellow line is the solar production, and the blue is what the actual usage is. And you can see that for the course of the year, we've really only underproduced, and that was back in January and February when we had a lot more snow.
Yeah, so
And
we're close this month, but it looks like this
could
might
catch up,
be
depending on how much snow we have over the rest of the year. We're still producing about 65 kilowatt hours per day on a good day. If we have snow or something, then it's less than that. But we did have a lot of driving. We've been doing a lot of driving around town recently, so that's why we had a little bit more usage earlier in the week than what we have on regular days. Yeah,
so I guess we'll obviously keep you updated on the solar. We will have an actual solar video coming up. It is in the works. We're going to go into a lot more depth and detail on what happened with Excel, what the holdup was, and just kind of go way more in depth. So look forward to that. But it's finally there, so that's awesome. But yeah, I guess let's just kind of jump into some questions.
Yes.
Now that the news is over, I saw somebody ask, why does he always have the seatbelt? In the back.
Safety first.
Safety first when we're talking about the news, because sometimes it can get a little rough.
Yeah.
And you got to be safe. So that's
Maybe we
what
should
do.
put it on instead during the questions, because some of those questions are pretty difficult. But
Yeah, I mean, maybe
it's just time to
question by
relax. So we're
question.
letting our hair down so we can relax and chat a little bit.
Wow, I just shook my whole computer desk. I will say, having a haircut feels amazing. It had been way too long, so that's kind of nice. Let's see. Ryan Shaw mentions unplugged performance coilover suspension for Model Y. Do you know anything about this? I actually run an unplugged performance coilover suspension on the race car Model 3, but it's a race spec, so you wouldn't really want to run that. Probably most people probably would not find that as comfortable to run on a day-to-day basis. But yes, Unplugged Performance does have more comfort coilover setup that they sell, and that would definitely be a great median between the springs that are on there and say air suspension. So definitely something to look for. I don't know anything specifically about the one from Model Y, but the one for the 3, I've been super happy with. No issues.
And also, one of the benefits of coilovers is they can be adjusted. It's not something you're going to go out before every drive and adjust. But if you did have, like, you can have it at one sitting during the week or for most of your commuting drive or a highway drive, whatever. But if you're going to have, like, a track day or something like that, then you could put it up and do the adjustments to make it perform better on the track.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just had, like, typical springs or something like that, you wouldn't be able to go out and change it.
Exactly. It definitely gives you a lot of things you can change.
Yeah, and still not the same as an air suspension, but it gives you the flexibility.
Yep.
A little more flexibility.
Let's see. Steve says, have you been checking out all the FSD beta videos? For some reason, I found myself grabbing the couch's arm at every turn. It's all good but scary. So there was one we saw. They were actually using a drone, and the drone, I was watching more of the drone than the car.
Yeah.
Because the drone almost hit several power lines, several trees.
Yeah.
It didn't.
It was pretty impressive.
But it came real close.
And the car itself, though, I actually almost hit a car or two. But
True.
yeah, we've been watching those videos. It's nice. We've seen a few of them. So the very first ones were the most amazing. But now we're just seeing different scenarios and stuff like that. But it's doing pretty good overall. We haven't seen anybody locally with it yet. If you're in the Denver area, definitely hit us up. Let us know.
You bet.
We're hoping somebody here would have it, but
or Elon will just grant us.
Yes, because they have been starting to roll it out to a few others. But some of the people we've talked to said they cannot get it. Either they haven't gotten it yet, or they don't have cars that it will work on.
Yeah. I see some questions from Diego and a couple other people chimed in about the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Realized Friday that the phone won't charge with Apple cases or even most cases through the car. Does this work without a case? I wonder if the Jetta Pad would work.
Yeah,
so the Jetta Pad works really well with larger phones. I don't know for sure though. I don't have iPhones.
Yeah, but we've seen the same problem. Remember when you took delivery of your Model Y, both Model Ys?
Exactly. So with the OEM
Tesla,
phone charger, it wouldn't work. With what is this? The Samsung
Spygen case.
But what phone is this?
Samsung S20 Plus.
I don't even know.
Or the S20 Ultra. It didn't work with either one.
Didn't work with either one, but the Jetta Pad did.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's maybe the OEM Tesla one is a little underpowered,
or
the coils
not
in the
right place.
place.
I don't know, but basically we couldn't really get the OEM ones to work with any. We tried several, like four different phones, didn't work with any of them. And but like you said, we just went. Do we have the Jetta in there now, or the?
Jetta.
Yeah. So we're using the Jetta one, and it works just fine.
Yeah. Let's see. Couple people actually, I saw this, and Matthew Evans is asking heated steering wheel in the Model 3. So
I know there's lots of wishful talk about that, but I haven't seen any confirmation.
I've seen some people saying they heard it's making it in there, but nothing has been confirmed yet. Yeah. So I don't know if those people that were saying that are just like, oh, wishful thinking. I hope it's there or not, but it would be nice for a car of that price point. Even it would be really nice to have.
It seems, since very few of the 2021s have been released or delivered yet, if any. We're not going to know yet. But even if they do have it out there, it might be something that needs a software update before it will be enabled. Again, I don't think it's there yet, but we have seen other cases where we knew that the Model 3, when it came out, had like heated seats in the back, but it took like a year or more before they actually released the software update to allow you to turn on heated seats for the rear.
Yeah. Hopefully we hear something soon. Let's see. Steven says, are we getting a 2021 Model 3? Probably not. So a couple reasons. One, I already have the Model 3. It's a race car. I don't really use it much right now because it's wintertime here. And I don't really have any close tracks. I have the Model Y. That's my daily driver. We have a Model S. That doesn't really get driven.
A couple Model S's, but one of them gets driven, one of them doesn't.
Yeah, so
not very often.
Probably not going to get a 2021 Model 3. That being said, though, my Model Y is getting some upgrades. Sorry, Diego, it's kind of a secret.
It's
but
always a secret.
If you put what I was just talking about with Model Y, it'll really make sense. Let's see. Joe said, is there a chance to get air suspension on the Y and heated steering wheel? So heated steering wheel, probably not unless you do like an aftermarket one where you got to like either plug it in or charge it. As far as air suspension, there used to be a company that made really good air suspension aftermarket, but they have since gone out of business due to the situation in the world. So as of right now, air suspension on the Y is probably pretty slim, unless Tesla brings it. Now, will it be retrofittable? My guess is probably not. Something like that is probably too tough to retrofit.
I saw Speed Limit Reviews is wondering about HomeLink and why it can't be configured before delivery. That's one thing. I think they're just doing it for manufacturing, to make things as quick as possible. It would be nice that even if they don't put them in at the factory, it would be nice if they got them at the service center and installed it before you picked it up. But unfortunately, they have it so simple on the website that you can't even choose HomeLink as an option directly to have it installed in the car. That's kind of an inconvenience, definitely, because we've taken delivery. Our first few cars, most of them all had HomeLink built in, but the last like 3 or 4 cars that we've taken delivered, it's something that we've had to order the HomeLink module separately, get it shipped to us, and then we take it in and have them put on at the service center. Yeah.
I see Pierre is asking that he noticed Tesla has snow chains for Model Y. Has anyone tested them? So I have not, but I kind of want to talk through snow chains a little bit.
And they're not really chains, though. Oh, those are chains. Whoa,
they're chains.
Those are real chains, because the other stuff they used to have were not chains. Wow,
so
those are
they're
different.
real chains.
That's the first time I've seen those.
But the one thing they don't show is the face of the tire, and I want to show you on Model 3 how the chains work.
Yeah,
is that metal?
Wouldn't that scratch up your tire?
Right on that rim.
The wheel is the
I would say no way, Jose, am I ever putting chains on my Tesla. That is going to mess up your rim. So my opinion is if you really need something like chains, maybe possibly look at a studded tire. That scares me though, because that's going to really mar up your rim.
Yeah. Do they still have those straps like what they had for the Model S and stuff?
Let's take a look.
They were different, but again, they're not meant for very many miles at all. I think it's basically to get you out of being stuck. But it was like a cloth, or I thought it was like a strap, but I don't know if they still offer it.
I mean, they have this, which is kind of better.
That's still not what I thought. Yeah.
But I still think right here, that could hit your rim and scratch it up, and that scares me.
Yeah, it doesn't look as bad as, as potentially damaging as the one for the Y, but yeah, they used to have something else, but they must not have it anymore. Maybe they've replaced it.
Yeah, I don't know. Snow chains on my car, definitely a no-go for me. Or unless if you have to, try to get like a set of already scraped rims as cheap as you can.
I'll use those for the winter tires.
Because those are gonna get scraped with those chains. Listen to drive, or license, sorry, I can't read. To drive said, have you heard anything about Performance Model Y's not getting a range increase? I have requests with Advanced Engineering, and allegedly they're working on a patch for us Stealth Model Ys. I did not get a range increase.
Either, yeah.
Ours is Stealth. Is it a March build or June build?
No, it's a June. Yeah.
June build.
Maybe May, but it's not the first ones that we the one we had back in March that we already sold.
And we didn't get a performance boost, so I honestly don't know what to tell you there.
Yeah, but it's interesting. It says that they have a ticket going, so hopefully they do add that for us. He says it's Stealth, but hopefully they add it to the regular performance ones as well.
Yeah, don't forget us.
Yeah,
we're out here too. Let's see. Just looking. U16 Oxygen said, Shaw said it helped with the roll. Thanks. I'll go back and look at your vids on your Model 3. So yeah, it depends how you set the coil over, really. You can do a lot with them, which is nice. You get a lot of flexibility. Let's see. Now on the race car Model 3, because the car's so low, I have to like jack up the car to be able to work on it and move anything. But normally you can do the clicks and everything. You should be able to on a Model Y as long as you aren't lowering it without having to jack it up, which would be great. Let's see. Somebody
was asking why we're not watching the launch. Well, we watched the launch. And
yeah, we did.
We saw up until they ejected or they finished the second burn and all that stuff. But there's going to be a while. Nothing much happened until they're docking with the space station. Hopefully, nothing eventful.
Yeah.
But we definitely watched the beginning of the launch, and we've been watching it kind of off and on for several hours today too.
Definitely. We actually were watching it far earlier. It was kind of fun. I enjoyed them, especially when they're launching humans. That kind of...
Yeah. I still got a super chat.
Oh.
Hasn't come through on the notification yet, but we did get that.
Thank you for the $1.50 U16 oxygen. I really appreciate that.
Thank
Super
you.
chat hopefully kicks in. Come on, computer. There's a little bot that's supposed to be working, but I guess
Seems a little delayed.
he might have taken the night off. There it is. He took the night off. He's back now, though. So thank you, though, for that. Really appreciate it. Let's see.
Someone else talking about the... Diego was asking about Unplugged Performance has some $400 springs, wondering how much difference they are from the OEM. Because you had different springs on with the 3 before you got the foil. You've had like 3 or 4 different suspensions.
I've had a lot of suspension on model. I've had at least 3 or 4 maybe.
And how many different brake sets? I don't know.
Brake sets, not too many, because I switched to carbon ceramics real quick, and that helped everything. But I actually did do the... Let me just pull it up here, because I'd need to actually see it to figure out which set I did.
Do you remember, though, was it like $400 or was it a lot more than that?
I believe the first springs
Is that your
I
car
did,
right there? Or is that the one that looks just like your car?
Oh, my buttons. My bad. I moved my buttons. There we go. So here, if we go to suspension. So originally I did the dual rate springs for the Model 3, and I just had... Oh, they used to have different sets. Maybe it's back. They just redid their website. Maybe it's this one. Yes, okay. So I did the dual motor performance, and then I did the super performance. And those were really great, but I wanted more play. So then we switched over to a coilover, and then modified the coilover, and then went to the race spec, and actually that is my car.
Oh, yeah.
So the race spec, actually, is that my car too?
That car looks familiar.
Yeah, that's my car too, right there. So the race spec is great. But the springs aren't bad either. I'm not going to lie. The coilover just gave me more flexibility, and especially on a race car, it's something I wanted. Now for the Y, I am starting to look at something in terms of replacing the springs with something to make it a little bit more comfortable. People in the back tend to complain that it's a little bouncy.
Yeah, I can definitely tell.
I saw the look.
I can definitely tell we're in the 3, or it's a little bit rougher.
Well, in the Y.
But also I'm used to like the S, which is the air suspension. So
yeah. So I am looking at different alternatives to replace those. Real quick, we have Sean Sontag with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate that. Let's see. Where was I? Oh, yeah, we were that. On said, late to the party. I remember a while back you had a huge phone and the OEM wireless charging pad didn't work. What was your resolution? The Jetta wireless charging pad.
Yeah, we actually had Tesla come out for a service. You know, they sent a mobile ranger guy, came out, and he was out there. It's like, doesn't work. I can't remember. Did it work with his phone or not? I can't remember.
It did, but he had a smaller phone.
Yeah, and I think we did find if we rotated it, it would work, but it's just like you can't fit.
No, I tried it upside down, and it would
one?
charge for like a second and then kick it out.
Yeah, but also we usually have 2 phones in there whenever we're using it, so that's why the Jetta pad works for us.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. Let's see.
I see Aaron Schaefer asking if we've had any service issues. I guess they curbed his wheels and bumpers, and now he's having some issues, and that the camera clips are missing, and says they won't own up to it, and they want him to pay to fix it. We haven't had any issues like that, fortunately, but when we do we haven't taken in our cars recently for any service, but when we do try to go around the car and either take video or pictures just in case. And that way there's no question if they do damage it there, you have proof that it was fine before you dropped it off there.
Yeah, I used to do that literally with any car, even before Tesla, because, I mean, at least with Tesla, you can kind of monitor it, but before Tesla, you couldn't, and I'd always be afraid they'd joyride my cars.
Yeah,
I would try to do that.
Sorry to hear about that, but we will be doing a video probably in the next couple of weeks, maybe next month, where we're going to be talking about all of our service, because we haven't really had any problems with Tesla. They've fixed all of our cars when we've had them delivered, and there were some few issues that need to be taken care of. They're taking care of those. But we're going to have a big, like, 200,000 mile video coming up in the coming weeks.
Yep.
And the total cost of what we spent on 12 different Teslas for service. And you will probably be quite surprised at how much we spent on service over the last 4 years on 12 cars.
12 cars.
Yeah.
Yikes. Let's see. On said, have
In
you
a
guys
good way.
gotten full self-driving beta? Dirty Tesla was able to get it. No. Elon, I know you're here in Colorado.
Yeah.
I know you're here.
We saw his private jet arrive last night or this morning.
So, I mean, I would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully we can soon. They're supposed to be rolling the FSD beta out to a lot more people coming up soon. So hopefully we can get it. I would just like to play around with it and get it started training. I mean, the video aspect would be great, but a lot of the videos have already kind of been done, but I would just like to experience it and get it training. Now, normally, if the world was in a better situation, we would have just flown out to California and played around with it, because I got a ton of emails and messages from people saying,
a lot of people we know
come
got
out to
it,
California,
nobody
use
here.
my cars.
Yeah.
But given the way everything is, I deemed a flight to California just to make a video wasn't really necessary or something that needed to be done.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting patiently. Not very, but yes.
See, Jason Procetta is asking about the satellite tuner, if it's available for MCU2 yet. Yes, it is. We've actually heard a few people have gotten that. Basically, it's a combination FM and XM radio tuner that is available for the Model S, Model X. Not every service center around the country has it yet, but some people have been getting it done, and they say it restores that functionality. It runs $500, including labor and the parts. So anyways, if you want to get it installed, just fill out a ticket in the app for your car and choose that you want to have that done. And they'll either tell you, yes, we have it in stock, or we need to order it, or they'll tell you, we don't know what you're talking about. But you can tell them that it's being done in other places around the country.
Yeah. I see Pierre said his Model Y is from May and he got the added miles. Someone from June, Rob, he got the miles.
Yeah, we were waiting because we heard a lot of people got them, but we didn't.
Yeah, I didn't get them.
I don't know if it was just not the non-performance ones or what, but we did not see it on our performance.
Yeah. Let's see. Sticky Traveler said, stupid question. I mean, I don't know if there's such thing as a stupid question. Maybe a stupid answer. But you think PPF is needed for the Y? I have read about chips on the lower rear doors. So especially like on the back lower rear door part, I can see that getting some rock chips if you live somewhere where you get rocks that could be kicked up. Here in Colorado, our roads are terrible in the winter because they put gravel down for the snow, which is great because then you can be like driving and have traction. But at the same point, all the cars will kick that up and it'll really scratch the crap out of your car. So I do put PPF on my cars. Now, if it's something where you don't want to do PPF on the entire car, most installers will do that little like triangle piece on the rear.
I think Tesla even
pretty cheap.
Tesla even sells that. I think they have like a little kit. And it's like $50 or something.
They used to for Model 3.
Oh,
They don't
okay.
have anything for Y.
Well, it's pretty similar. That might fit on there. I would look at that and see, but it's a really cheap, like a little sticker that you can just put on yourself, or I'm sure you can buy something online if you didn't want to get your whole car done. That would be a place to have it. And even on like my old Honda CR-V that I had for 20 years, it didn't have any paint protection film except for on the rear of the rear passenger doors. Right there was a little like triangle.
Yeah, so this won't fit.
Oh,
So
okay,
this is
that's
for
the
3.
So they don't have it for the
This
Y
will
yet.
not fit for Y. Reason being, the trim is all different.
Mm-hmm.
So all this is normally like black on the Y, so you want it right here on the door.
Yeah.
So I would just go to a local PPF. It can't be that expensive.
Or look on Amazon or something. Maybe somebody's
No
got
one
it,
has
but-
anything yet,
No.
but PPF can also be tricky to install. So you have to be careful. It's not like vinyl wrap
These pieces,
where it's super easy.
Yeah, but these pieces I think would be a lot smaller, a lot easier than trying to do your front bumper.
Yeah,
that's a lot
I mean,
less.
if you don't wrap the edges, that'll peel up though. And wrapping edges is tough.
Does Pete have any little kits like that? Or
Nope.
No. Okay.
Let's see. Another June 8th build got the performance boost and 11
That's weird, 'cause
miles added.
Ours was built right around. So that was a
I need to
performance?
make some phone
I wonder if
calls.
we should go check our date because maybe ours was May, but you'd think that
Someone from May got it.
really. Okay, I don't know why we haven't gotten it then.
Yeah, bummer. Let's see. What? I just had a question. Everything moved. Sorry, everybody. Where was it? Oh, On said bit the bullet and bought some EV mud flaps for the Y. Should be in this week. So I actually looked at those. I just didn't really want to drill a hole into my black trim. And those are a little bit, I mean, they're literally just a straight piece of like plastic. I was kind of hoping to get like the molded ones that have come out for Model 3, just because they look a little bit more finished.
Do they have the OEM ones? Because they do offer OEM ones up in Canada. So
Yeah, and those OEM ones are literally just a straight piece
I
of
thought
plastic.
they had molded ones too, but
No,
maybe
those
not.
are aftermarket.
Oh.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Because I know you used to have some.
So here's the one for the Tesla Model 3, and they're just itty bitty pieces. But I tested some for the Model 3 that are actually like molded plastic, and they're actually really nice. They looked like they came with the car.
Yeah.
The little other piece of plastic, it's not bad. I just don't know. I really want to drill into my black plastic if eventually I would switch it out for one that's like a molded piece. I don't know. Let me know how they look though. Send me some photos. Maybe I'll pick those up instead. Let's see. Someone said I got the miles on Model Y, but it only charges to 315 miles of range. Is that not it?
It's pretty
Is it
close.
supposed to be more?
It's pretty close.
I thought that was it, to be honest. I think they changed it. It's 326 now. Yeah, okay. I see that. Okay, that's weird.
I saw it looks like John missed our solar recap because he joined. I guess we started a little early tonight, so sorry for those who turned in at the regular time. But yeah, for this week, we generated 315 kilowatt hours, a little bit less because we had a couple days with snow on Monday and Tuesday. So we're still averaging about 65 kilowatt hours on a good day. Still going down. We're expecting it still go down through December 21st, the winter solstice, and then it'll start going up after that. But so we did have a deficit where we actually took about 300 kilowatt hours from the grid, and we only sent 156 back. But we do have that surplus still in our account. Our utility company lets us roll it over, and we still have about almost 5,500 kilowatt hours still saved up, which should get us through those darker months.
Yep. I see Iowa and Tesla's in the chat. Hi, welcome. He said, are you going to lift your Y, join the club, and I'll come out in the spring and we can hit the mountains? I've thought about it. I mean, I don't know. Shoot me an email with who you used. If I'm going to be getting the Cybertruck in like a year...
Yeah. Because didn't he take his off-road?
Yeah,
Yes,
oh yeah, and it looks sweet.
Yeah.
I just don't know, the trails I want to go to, I need the Cybertruck to do. Because they're that intense or they're that far off the like beaten trail. But I don't know, send me hit me up on like Twitter or something. Maybe I'll do it. It would be fun. Let's see. Joe said, I got my Model 3 3 weeks before the refresh announcement, and I'm very salty about it. Would have been nice to have gotten anything for those recent buyers like Lifetime Premium Connect or Acceleration Boost, etc. So that's unfortunately the thing with Tesla. Trust me, know how it goes. Bought a Model X, and then 2 weeks later,
I don't know if it was even 2 weeks later.
It was literally like right after the return period. They came out with the Raven Model X and S, and so I immediately just sold it. It's happened several times where we've taken delivery of something. Oh, it happened with my first Model S. Took delivery of it, and then almost immediately
It was about 5 months on that one, so you had a little more time.
A little time.
But that's why, I held off on mine.
The thing with Teslas that I've always now told myself is don't buy the car until you're happy with all the features, because inevitably those features will eventually come out, whether it be a couple weeks or a couple months or maybe even a year. Tesla just has such a rapid development and deployment of new items in their car. it's crazy fast.
Yeah.
But I feel for you. I really do.
It's disappointing, but it's like the good thing is you got the car that you ordered. It's unfortunate they came out with something better a little bit after that. But there's that saying we bring up every once in a while. There's like the best day to, what is it again? I always get it wrong. But it's like the best day and the worst day to getting your Tesla, and it's the same day.
Oh, yeah.
Or it's like because you're getting it and you're all excited to have a brand new Tesla. Bad thing is tomorrow it's going to be outdated, not quite outdated, but there's going to be new stuff coming up right after that. So it's unfortunate they roll it out. In some ways it's good because they're always rolling out new stuff, but in other ways it's bad if you just miss out on it.
And see, that's the thing. So I have kind of grown to be like, when I get a new Tesla,
Yeah, you got to be happy with what you get.
I kind of just block out everything
because it's
else.
happened multiple times. With your first Tesla, you had one of the very first refreshed cars with Autopilot 1. I held off on got mine, one of the very first cars with Autopilot 2, but I missed out on the premium seats by a couple days.
And the 100D.
Well, I knew about that, but I was happy that I had the locked in with the free supercharging, but I missed out on the seats. But then you got the 100D, but then you missed out on the transferable supercharging. But luckily they brought back supercharging retrofit. But we missed out again, like you said, with the Model X. We didn't get the Raven, which has the newest suspension and the increased range. And I'm sure we missed out on something. Oh, like on the later 2017 Model S, we missed out because they came out with Mcu2.
Oh, yeah.
It's like every couple of months they're coming out. Maybe if we stopped buying several cars a year, we wouldn't be having problems every couple of months. But yeah, it happens. It's really bad.
Yeah, but I mean,
the cool thing is you can get something new in 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, that's the nice thing about Tesla, though, is they don't do the model year
so much
thing.
Yeah.
Slightly, but they continually release updates.
Yeah.
And I actually like that because it shows a lot more progression and they can get things to production far faster than other OEMs because they won't wait. And that's nice. It really is, especially like nicer things to have.
Yeah.
But it does kind of suck.
It is interesting though how the last 2 years they have kind of released the next model year a couple months early.
Yeah.
And this time there were more changes on the Model 3 than they had last year. Last year's 2020 version had very few changes from the 2019. So I'm wondering, it'll be interesting to see next year what they do with the 2022 if it has a lot of stuff coming in October. I don't know.
Yeah. License to Drive said, I bought a Model X back in 2016 October, and a week later, Autopilot 1 came out. Still super salty. Yeah. I know how it goes. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, that sucks though. But they're still great cars. So it's not like all loss. Let's see. Any product recommendations for cleaning wheels? The X wheels. Oh, you bought the X wheels from us? Oh, that's exciting.
The X wheels. Oh, the 22 one, the 22-inch turbines
I don't know.
or whatever.
We had a couple 20 X wheels. But anyway, for Model X, well, actually for all my cars, what I do is I get them ceramic coated pretty darn quick, and that just makes cleaning them super easy because that ceramic coating will really help make sure that no grime really sticks to it. You can basically take a hose and wash them off. Now, what I do have is I have a separate set of brushes I use for the rims, because when you're cleaning the rims, inevitably there might be like little rocks or something stuck in there. So I don't like to use the same rags I use on the rims on the rest of the car in case they get anything on them. Now, I have one tool that's kind of like a brush that you can kind of actually like put in the rim. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, did we gave some of those away. That was a while back.
We did give a bunch of those away. The actual company reached out and was like, hey, can we send you a bunch to give away? And I was like, sure, why not? But in terms of like products, I use a lot of Chemical Guys products. I have their matte, I have their gloss wash, and I just use the same thing I use on the car, on the rims, but having them ceramic coated really does help. That is really nice to do. So, I don't know, you could look into something like that. And there's now like some own like do-it-yourself or home kits for ceramic coating, so you could even do something like that. The key though is you want to make sure the surface is super, super clean. So that can kind of suck for rims especially. Let's see. Inner Hype said, that's it, I'm not buying anything ever. I mean, to be honest, I have bought digital cameras and then the new one comes out a couple weeks later. I've bought sorry, I'm just looking at like all the electronics. I bought so much stuff and then something new comes out not too long after. I'm just like, crap, should have waited.
Or like cell phones, is all that stuff. It's a little cheaper.
yeah.
It's easier to upgrade. But with a car, you don't want to swap it out that quickly.
Yeah, exactly. Olga and Troy, thank you for the $25
Woohoo! Thank you, Olga.
super chat. Really appreciate it.
And Troy.
Said, we'd love to see you guys do one of your detailed tests comparing the laminated glass to the single pane glass.
That's what I hinted at earlier.
Diego, that was for you. Little secret unveiling.
We're going to do that. It might be a week or two on that because we need to get some stuff together. But yeah, we're definitely going to do a comparison on that.
Yep. So that is
and a discussion of it
soon.
Yeah.
Because I want to check that out a lot. Yep. Let's see. Thank you so much though for the $25.
And from
First off, claps in chat.
Yeah, and what we heard though too is that it does make it quieter, but it's not like a lot of road noise, but more for cars that are passing stuff. So it is better, but it's not going to totally totally silent.
Yeah.
But we hope to do some tests on that.
Yeah. Let's see. Advanced Wiggle Play said, "Hey Eric, I was just wondering, but do you know why Tesla changed the Tesla Model 3 only from what I see?"
I don't know what they're...
I think we missed part of the sentence.
Yeah.
In terms of changing the Model 3, like updating it, maybe? I mean, just better mileage. They were able to add the heat pump. I don't know if this is where you're going. Maybe I'll let you drop it in chat, and if that's it, I'll continue on with that. But yeah, there's a lot of new things with the 2021 Model 3 that I'm super hyped for. Let's see. Inner Hype said, "Sorry I'm a bit late, but did anyone point out the typo in the title?" Wait, what?
Uh-oh. I guess I saw somebody mention typo, but I didn't know that it was...
Dissevered? Jesus.
What?
That was me. Instead of discovered, I wrote dissevered.
Oops.
Is that dissevered? I don't know how to say that.
Can you change that?
I will get on to changing that right now.
Oops. I saw somebody talking about typos earlier, but I didn't see what typo they were talking about.
Thank you for telling me, because I didn't notice that, and it's right in front of my face. The entire time for the past 51 minutes. Actually, since this morning when I scheduled it.
Wow.
Yikes.
Well, there's confetti everywhere.
It's okay. I'm a newbie. This is the first time I've ever done this. It's fine. Let's see. Speed Limit Review said, "Same here. Ceramic coating is a godsend for cleaning. Willies are awesome for cleaning barrels." I'll have to check that out. Thank you, though. Joe Jimmy said, "Which ceramic did you go with?" I'm looking at G Technique Crystal Serum. So the Model S actually has G Technique on it, because that was done at our local place, Colorado Detail. The Model Y actually has Ceramic Pro, because that was done out at T Sportline.
California, yep.
But I've really been happy with both. I don't really tell a difference. I mean, I'm not like out there cleaning them all the time, but both still look great. His car is still super slick when I clean it. Everything comes right off. So I don't really know the exact right answer, but your wheels are coated with G Technique. Mine are coated with Ceramic Pro. Maybe we should do a video.
Yeah, just throw some dirt on both of them.
They're dirty already. They need to be cleaned.
But they need to be cleaned and then throw the same dirt on both of them and see if they both clean up the same way.
We'll work on that. Yeah. Let's see.
Looks like he followed. He was questioning why the Model 3 changed, or it looks so different, and the other Teslas don't seem to have changed. That's just, again, Tesla doesn't typically upgrade all their cars on a regular schedule. So when they recently updated the Model 3, it's pretty much the biggest change they've made since 2017 with the Model 3. The Model Y just came out, so they're not making major changes on that yet, and we think the Model S and X had some changes earlier this year, but those changes are probably coming next year when we see the Plaid thing. So Tesla just they're not big enough that they can upgrade all of their cars and release them all at once. So, but I'm sure we will be seeing changes coming to the S and the X, probably next year.
Exactly.
And the Y as well, but again, the Y is still so new that we have seen, they are upgrading things on the Y, but they didn't have a big batch of changes like they did with the 3.
Yep. Cool Kid said, "Has any of your Teslas been vandalized?" No, because I would break somebody's legs.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate if they did. But the good thing is now is they have the Sentry Mode, which can help, and we always have dash cams on the Model S's as well, even before we had Sentry Mode. But had a funny thing happen today though, where Eric, I was in the car and Eric came and got in the car. I don't know what happened, but somehow he set off the alarm, and boy, that almost blew out my eardrums because it just started honking.
Well, it was in a parking garage, and that doesn't help because it got like echoey and amplified.
Yeah, but then Sentry Mode popped up on the screen that had been activated, and then it started blaring that music, and I was in the car with the key fob, and I don't know why it did that, but that's the first time, and I don't really want that to happen again because that was pretty
startling.
Yeah, and we did get a few looks, wondering what was going on.
Yeah, but basically, we're just gonna change the key fob battery. I don't even remember the last time we changed it.
Yeah.
So it's probably due to be changed anyway.
Yep.
So we're gonna change it and hope it doesn't happen again because it was not great. Rhonda said, "What PC do you have?" So I actually have two PCs. One on the screen, so when I show you this computer, that's its own PC from what's running chat in the live stream. But they're actually ones that I built. I don't really like to buy off the shelf PCs because I find they're lacking something or they can't be expanded or modified. So I just build my own.
Yep.
I don't. Yeah, there's a lot of
I
stuff.
see Jameson Thorpe says, "Hey, they're finally here. They're finally here." So welcome.
Welcome.
Oh, and I see James Whitman says, "Thank you, David, for the info on the upgrade to the daughter board. You've saved him $2,000. Congratulations!"
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, we mentioned how for people with older cars like Model S and X, which were from like before March of 2018, they have an MCU1, which is an older, has older memory, different processor, and a lot of those cars are having problems now because the memory is kind of dying, and just because they were writing to it too much, and the chips couldn't handle the rewrite cycles. And so Tesla came out a while back with an Mcu2 upgrade, and we got that done on our S100D, and that was a $2,500 upgrade, which was nice because it adds a lot of new features.
Yeah.
It adds like media features. It did take away the FM radio, as we talked about earlier, but it feels like a new car. But a lot of people don't want to spend that much money, and so we had mentioned how if you are having this problem and you're not interested in getting that Mcu2 upgrade, you can't just get the daughter board replaced, and basically they'll pop out that board that has the memory on it and do another one, and you can get that done for less than $500. Some people getting it done for like $300, and so it's definitely savings over the $2,500. It will not give you the new functionality, but it will basically bring back the functionality and make your car feel like it did just as fast as when it was new, several years ago.
Yep.
And cool thing is, we did mention last week, Tesla has now mentioned that they are going to start replacing those on a warranty basis, and they're going to start reimbursing people who have already paid for that. So I don't know if you got yours covered under warranty, but if you didn't, definitely keep track, because Tesla said that I think by February of next year they're going to be putting information out there, so how people can get refunded if you have already gotten replaced third party or through Tesla, or have had to upgrade. We don't know for sure if people who bought the MQ2 will be upgraded or get a credit for that. Doesn't sound like they will. It sounds like they're being a little picky, and they're saying you have to have proof that you had a problem.
It had to have been diagnosed by Tesla.
And so while we were seeing slowdowns and stuff with the MCU1, and we have another car up in the garage right now that still is on MCU1, it's starting to slow down, and it takes a while to reboot the computer. So that one should be replaced. Even though that car is out of warranty, it still has few enough miles.
Yeah.
It has to be less than 100,000 miles. Tesla will be replacing the eMMC daughter board on that, and we won't have to pay for it.
Yup.
But we're glad we could save you a couple $1,000s.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Speed Limit Review said, I meant Wheel Woolies, typo. Yes. So the company, in the video I did, that the company sent me a bunch of stuff to give away, was actually a Wheel Woolly. But now like Chemical Guys and a bunch of other places are selling them. Even on Amazon. That's actually the company that sponsored and sent me those. So definitely something to look at. And those are something I just make sure I do the wheels very last, and then I use the Sam Wash bucket water and just make sure that never goes back on the car until it's cleaned, basically. Diego. Okay, I have a secret for Diego.
Okay.
I'm going to unveil something. But I can't have you talk because you could give away more than I'm going to unveil. Okay, so Diego said, how's the wrap coming along on the My First Model Y? Can't wait to get mine and our baby for Xmas. So, no. You're not allowed to give anything away because he's going to do it, and it's going to make me sad because the video's not ready yet.
It's looking nice, though.
But let me show you a little secret. Just don't...
It's pretty cool, though. It's not done yet, but he made a lot of progress. But we've been busy. We've been doing some other stuff around, some real estate stuff. We've been doing stuff around town. But check this out.
Oh, did I just scrape it?
Uh-oh. No, it should be fine.
Okay, I can't show too much.
Just really quick. Just go by really quick. Drive by really quick. Check it out. It's a Model Y. But, that's not your first Model Y. Yeah. Anyways, it's definitely coming along, looking nice.
There's some things happening with it. I can't tell you everything, but I gave you a really good sneak peek.
Yep.
So I'm working on it, but the weather hasn't really been cooperating.
Yeah, because some of the stuff I have to do outside. Just
Been dealing with some real estate stuff. So yeah, some cool things coming though. I promise, Diego.
So I see Info Technologies is wondering if the new Model 3, the new Model 3 still has the same quality issues as earlier models.
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, so we've taken delivery of a lot of Teslas.
Yeah.
Weird flex, I know. But we really haven't experienced that many issues. And some of the issues we did experience, actually everything we've experienced has...
Tesla's fixed.
Oh,
Yep.
don't...
Uh-oh. We've got the dogs
I've
in
got
here.
foot pedals now
and
to help
they're
control
taking out those
cameras, and
things,
now
yeah.
they're
But anyways,
pushing my foot
we've
pedals.
taken delivery of like 12 Model S's, X's, 3s, and Ys over the last 4 years. But hey, I'm on. But we haven't really had any major problems, and Tesla, the service center, has always fixed everything.
Yeah.
And so there are some people have the more, they get a bad one, unfortunately, a bad apple, I guess, and they do have problems that need to be taken care of. But
Yeah.
we've been lucky. We've had some cars that had absolutely no problems, and we didn't need to have anything fixed on them. And even the problems we'd have were not that big.
Yeah.
Maybe we've lucked out. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we've been lucky. I don't know.
So I wouldn't
it's
be
not
too-
saying like we've been completely in the clear, but
No.
at least our problems have been rectified.
But I wouldn't be too scared about ordering a 2021
No.
or even a 2020, because if you just go over it thoroughly when you take delivery and list everything out, if there are any issues, list those out, and then just mention Tesla, and they should be willing to take care of those. If they don't, then you can refuse delivery.
Yeah. Jameson, welcome. I know he said hi, but
Yeah.
thank you for joining us. I see someone is asking how well do those sound dampening panels behind you actually work? Well, I have them on that door, that wall that you can't
They're
see,
around the front
that
too, yeah.
wall, and all around here. Because if I don't have them, it sounds like we are in a
An
cave.
echo, yeah.
It is really bad. So I had to put, I think I used 4 boxes, each one containing 12-inch tiles. There's a lot. I had to go crazy with it. We still need to so we have the Tesla Surfboard. Maybe I should hang that up on the door.
Yeah, that would work. Well, the only thing is we'd have to move this, but yeah, it would work around here somewhere. You can't really
I
put
don't know.
it, or you maybe put it out
But we
here.
have the Tesla Surfboard I want to hang up. I have the SpaceX skateboard I want to hang up.
Yeah.
We need to figure this out.
Should I go get the surfboard? Some people might not even know what you're talking about.
I guess you can't.
it right
Let
out
me
there?
go get it because it's
Okay.
up high. Why don't you answer some questions?
Okay.
Let me see. Where was I? I was at 637.
Okay, Jonathan Melendez
I'll be
was
back.
asking, did you guys remove the steering wheel for the Model Y? It looked
Yes.
like, from what I saw, yes. I can't give away too much, but yes, that was, because the steering, no, yeah, he's talking about, he's talking about that one. It was removed because that was a little steering wheel that was used if you were sitting on the car. And the way Eric is modifying the car, you're not going to be able to sit on it anymore, but it will have a different way of steering the car. And so yes, it has been removed, and I don't know if you could see, but it's not completely finished yet. So he made a lot of progress, but then hasn't finished it up yet. Still got to finish up with the wrap, but you can see that it was white. All of them that were sold were red, but it has been customized to be white. So
Are you giving away details?
I just told him it was white. That's all I said. And I said that you're going to have another way to steer it. You won't need a steering wheel on the top anymore. So.
I hear secrets being given
Yeah.
away.
Anyways, here he comes. So he was in the
I don't want
other
to bang anything.
room. You can see if you can spin it like a sign.
Oh my god, no, I'd break it. Hold on, let me move the camera.
Yeah, it's kind
I'm
of.
out.
This is the largest prop we've ever brought in here. So it's and you have to probably hold it at an angle. Does it say Tesla on both sides or just one
No,
side?
just.
Okay, so this is the Tesla surfboard that they
Does
offer.
it look like I'm gonna go surfing?
It does have the Tesla logo on the other side,
Yeah, it's up here.
but no, the other side,
Oh.
other end.
Yeah, there you go.
So yes, Tesla brought this out a few years ago. What did they have? Like 1,500 of them or something like that.
I think it
And-
was less than that.
But it basically sold out right away, and Eric said he was going to order a Tesla surfboard, and I thought it was not a good idea, but he ordered one anyways, and they sold out instantly, and it was probably a good idea because if you see them on eBay now, they're selling for a lot of money, so it's probably a good collector's item. And something else that we talked about last week is Tesla Tequila came out, and Eric immediately put in a couple of orders for Tesla Tequila before it sold out. Only problem we had is that the website wasn't allowing us to place orders in Colorado, even though it said Colorado was a state that was allowed. And basically, we're getting it shipped to us
Through several other
options. Yeah.
options. We got options.
But it's nice. So those things,
Yeah.
some of them are kind of expensive, but it's kind of cool. These
So-
little Tesla collectible things they have.
Yeah, I
and
think
they sell
made
out quickly. And
300 of those at $1,500 a piece.
maybe
I
that
think
was it. The
that's what it
$1,500
was.
was the price.
It was stupid expensive,
Yeah.
and at the time, it's like, I shouldn't have spent the money, but I got a cool surfboard that I'll never use.
Just like you've also got like the Boring Company's Not a Flamethrower, which is again...
We had a lot of fun with that,
Yeah,
though.
it wasn't cheap, but it was neat. But the only problem is they couldn't ship it, and so Eric had to drive to California.
Yeah,
to pick
I actually
that up.
hung out with Dan at What's Inside, and we
Yep.
made some videos on his channel. We burned an iPhone, we burned a mannequin, we showed you what not to do
And
with
those
it.
the exploding
the
fire extinguisher
exploding
balls.
fireballs.
So when was that? Was that last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
But go check those videos out. If you search the channel,
Yeah.
we have the Not a Flamethrower, and you can see, like you said, with What's Inside, Dan.
Yeah.
And had some fun making those videos.
Yeah. Rhonda said, what specs are your PCs? I don't know. They're beasts. I got they're beasts. It'd be a lot to go through right now. But if you really want to know, send me like a message somewhere and I'll type out all the specs and let you know. Aaron said, do you have any Model S 19-inch wheels for sale? Unfortunately, no. The only rims I have for sale are 21-inch Uber turbines from Model Y.
Yeah, this is like the least or fewest number of sets.
I
of
used to
extra-
have like 7 or 8 sets
of tires lined up, or wheels,
wheels
in the
and
garage. So it's
tires.
nice that we've got down. We only have one extra set right now. So.
It was stupid what I had.
Though I
so-
believe we're getting another set soon for our winter tires, which we've
Yep.
talked about. So
That's why I need to sell the Uber turbines to make some
Yeah.
room. We're working it out.
see, John check just sent us.
Oh, John with the $5 super
Yep.
chat. Thank you very much. Said I was gonna order some, but Minnesota wasn't allowed to order.
Oh
it.
yeah. We saw a lot of states. It seemed like a lot of
But
states.
there was also like Maryland
they had problems.
that
in
was
Maryland.
also
Yeah.
said it. You could ship it there, but people were messaging me saying they couldn't. A ton of people were asking me if they could ship it to my house.
Yeah, and we would have been
I
willing,
couldn't.
but unfortunately, it wasn't working. Even like people that we know that work at Tesla, they found out about Tesla Tequila through us,
Yeah.
just because we knew about it right away, and they were trying to get it, and they couldn't get it delivered either. And it's unfortunate they seem to have some website issues that were preventing that.
Yep.
But we should hopefully have ours sometime in December, at least one of them.
Yep. And Abstract Ocean is in the chat, so everybody wave, say hi. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's see. Jameson said, "What's your dream car?" I'm gonna just show you. I'm just gonna show you.
Wow.
Boom.
Wow.
Wow.
Surprise, surprise.
That's my dream car. But I don't know. S is really nice too.
Yeah.
Any
And-
Tesla, to be
if you
honest.
pull up the Plaid S, and then we do have a Plaid S on
pull
order.
them all up.
Yeah, we do have a Plaid S on order. We're waiting to hear. We haven't really had any details since they first announced that, but
Yep.
hopefully we'll be getting some news on that next year
Yeah.
or sooner.
Infotech said, hopefully I get an answer on my question. Thanks. What was your question?
Yeah, that was the one
Oh.
where we
You got it then.
Yeah, we already talked about
Love it. Thank you. On said, what's the highest mileage Tesla we've owned?
that. I'd have to. I think it's close to about 60, a little less than
60?
60,000 miles.
60,000.
But cumulative, we have about 200,000. So,
There you go. Let's see.
which is still. I mean, that's still not a lot because when I had my Honda for 20 years, I had 200,000 on that too. But yeah.
That was a lot.
Funny. Well,
Rob said it looks like a giant RC Model Y. So it's actually the my first Model Y.
yeah, pull that up. Or do they still have it available?
Yeah,
Or
I
did they
do.
sell out
They
again?
do.
But, so it's at.
It's delayed slightly,
Yeah.
but yeah.
They had a batch that shipped out. They sold out, and then they brought it back again and shipped a few more out. But Christmas coming up.
So you can actually get it from Radio Flyer. It is $100.
Yeah, but it's not motor powered.
No,
or
you just
anything
sit
like
on
that.
it, but
It's for toddlers.
you can see how this one looks versus how the one I showed you looks and what may or may not have been deleted or added.
Yeah, we know that steering wheel has been removed. That's the big thing.
Anywho,
Because there will
it
be no
doesn't say it's
toddlers.
delayed. Oh, estimated shipping time.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Maybe
don't
they got
want to
another
do
batch.
that.
The cool thing, we haven't talked about
Sorry.
recently, but the Cybertrucks should be coming out soon.
Yeah, so
The little remote
we
control
ordered a
Cybertruck.
bunch of the Cybertruck remote control cars from Hot Wheels. And we are going to be giving some of those away once we get them and get that video done. So definitely keep an eye out for that, because who doesn't love free stuff? Let's see, where were we?
We've seen several people have been talking about the single motor, rear-wheel drive Model Y, but we haven't heard anything on that recently.
Nothing.
I thought we'd hear something about that in November, December, but there was a little hint of like the 7-seater coming, but we still haven't seen any mention of people actually being contacted saying that they're ready to take delivery of those yet. So we'll see those. Those might be coming in, second half of December. I don't know if they haven't announced the rear-wheel drive Model Y yet, then it might not be coming until next year, if it comes at all.
I mean, I would have thought it would have been here by now, to be honest. Let's see. Okay.
John Check has another.
Deleted
John
in chat.
Check has
Got
another.
it. By the way, the T Sport line doesn't charge you sales tax. Got free shipping. Saved $160.
Woohoo! Yeah, because it can cost a bit to buy. We've shipped a lot of wheels over the years, and depending on where you're shipping them to and how far, and how heavy those wheels are, boy, we've paid between like $200 and $500. So it's nice when you can get free shipping on those wheels.
Yeah. I don't know if that's stackable with the $50 off coupon that I can provide people.
Yeah, because Eric's got like a referral code or coupon
I think it's
on there.
down in the description.
But sometimes they have sales and you can't combine it with the sales. But if they don't have a sale, you can use a code.
Yep. Let's see where I was.
Todd Baker just said that they dropped the rear-wheel drive Model Y. So I don't know.
Maybe I missed something.
I haven't been keeping up on that, but we'll have to check and see. Maybe they said that when they announced the other one. We'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
No, somebody else just said, no, it's still on tap.
Oh,
so
okay.
They canceled the SR Plus rear-wheel drive Y. So yeah, because they didn't want something
They didn't want
have
low
enough
range.
I remember that, yeah.
Got it. Holy crap, the surfboard's $10,000 on eBay right now?
Oh, wow.
Do I need a surfboard or should we sell it, guys?
Well, we live in Colorado, so I don't think we're going to be doing much surfing here.
Yeah. Holy crap, that's nuts.
That would be kind of expensive to ship, but hey, for $10,000.
Yeah. Wow, people in chat. Let's all be nice in chat so we don't have to delete messages. Cool. Thanks. Let's see. Someone said I'll trade you guys 2 Tesla tequilas for a flamethrower. Jonathan.
Well, that's tempting, but we already have our own Tesla tequilas ordered. And
But
we
I
only
love
have
tequila.
And we only have one flamethrower.
I mean, if you really want to trade for a flamethrower, hit me up. We'll figure something out. Let's see. I love tequila. And we should put a shelf there of all, like right here, right above David's head, of all the empty tequila bottles. I wonder if we could do a tequila taste test on the channel and not get demonetized.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had tequila before. Is it any sort of mixed beverage, or is it just? I don't know.
Have you ever had a margarita?
I don't know. Maybe. I might have tasted one.
So we're going to give David tequila on a video and see what happens.
I know I haven't had it by itself, that's for sure.
It should make for a fun video. I'm actually excited for this. Okay. It might get demonetized, but YOLO, we'll do it.
See, Michael D just said that we should, no, that wasn't Michael. Somebody, it's John Check, of course. He said, sell the surfboard and put the money toward the Roadster. Actually, he said roaster, but
Oh.
I know what he meant.
I mean, we have been talking about getting chickens because farm fresh eggs would be pretty great, but we wouldn't want a rooster for that. I don't know. I can't believe they're going for 10 grand though. That kind of blows my mind. I'll have to look at that.
See, On was asking for an update, kind of if we're still getting the dirty power since we got our transformer replaced.
Yeah, there you
we
go.
don't know yet because we were only seeing the problem if it was above like 75 degrees outside, and since we got the transformer installed like a week or two ago, it's been cooler than that. We've gotten up in the 60s, but we haven't gotten into the upper 70s. So we might not see if the transformer fixed the problem until, like next April or May. But we'll definitely let you know if we see that recurring issue.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to let Tesla know too.
Yeah.
So because, we'll let them know.
I can't say too much, and I don't want you to either. But Mark, good eye. Let's see. Mace said, "Hey guys, watching in my Model S at a Supercharger in Vegas."
Oh, Mace.
Awesome. Is it road trip time? I love road trips. Which Supercharger in Vegas are you at? Are you under the High Roller? Because that one's really awesome. I wish I had more things around it, but every time I tend to go to that one, I go to the McDonald's over a couple blocks away, and then I bring it and I supercharge and eat. And it's funny because when people see the car there, they like come up and try to talk to me, which I absolutely love. But I'm shoving my face full of food so that I can get back on the road. It's kind of funny. Let's see. 7 Dev said drop the Model Y order and went for a Model 3 long range all wheel drive. Going to be a nice upgrade from the 2020 SR Plus. Model 3 is a great car. I really do like it. I hope you enjoy it. But definitely going from an SR Plus, you're going to get a ton of range. Let's see. Joseph said, do you think the Cybertruck will have a 5th wheel hitch? Is that the thing that sits on the bed of the truck?
Yeah, for like a 5th wheel. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
know. I'm sure somebody will come out with an adapter.
I just don't know how that has to attach, like if it has to be welded in or, attached to the frame or something like that.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm sure someone will come out with something on that. Let's see. Steve said, we decided not to pay for premium connectivity and tried phone tethering, not seeing live traffic. Everything else, like Netflix and internet work, but not live traffic. Yeah, I think that's like the biggest thing that you won't get. But tethering your phone isn't necessarily that hard. I just found mine doesn't always stay connected.
Yeah, and Tesla, it seems like they do it on purpose so that if you do connect it to your Wi-Fi of your phone, that as soon as you put it in drive or change, then it disconnects and you have to connect it again. So it's just kind of a hassle to do that. But like I know that you just did that video and you mentioned how you were subscribing to it and you like it, but it's like, I don't know, you get a lot of stuff that you don't necessarily need it. And if it still works when you're, you could stream it from your phone if you're parked to Supercharger, if you have a cell phone with a data plan.
Yeah. Rhonda said, did you see the Rivian update? It's huge. Is it that you can start configuring next week? Because I saw that. I don't know. Let me know if it's something different.
I don't know, we'll have to check that out. Let's put that on the list and we'll take a look and maybe we can talk about that next week. But I didn't know that.
Yeah. Chagog said, if I order a Cybertruck with dual motor and decide to go performance, do I have to wait in line again? The line is crazy. I don't think so. It might bump you up to the new pricing schedule with FSD and everything. But it should use that same reservation. So I think you're okay there. But the new pricing schedule is something that you'll probably get dinged on.
Yep.
So maybe be careful for that. The George said, do you guys lease or fully buy your Teslas? So I've never leased a car, actually. I don't care for the idea of leases. I mean, we kind of looked at it and Model S probably would have been better to lease. But I don't like leasing my cars because I don't like to be kind of bound by their terms on like mileage. And when you return the car, my friends that have had leases always complain about it because I get dinged for everything.
Yeah. But also, you're not as open to or being able to add as many upgrades and stuff.
Exactly.
If you do, then you either have to probably remove them or put it back in original, or that might affect the return value. I don't know. Because I've never leased one either. But some of them we've paid cash for. Other ones we have gotten loans for.
Yep.
And but like you said, some of them it would have been better if we would have had, like the Model S, they had come out with so many updates over the year. It would have been better maybe if we would have leased it, but it's too late now.
Yeah. But that being said, some of them I've paid full outright. Some of them I've gotten loans on.
The nice thing is, though,
it really
we can
depends.
turn around and sell them if we do have a loan or if we do pay cash. Whereas if you have a lease, you got to do
it's a little harder.
Swap a lease or something like that. But yeah.
But the reason between like cash and loan really has to do a lot with like your APR, stuff like that. Nowadays, I can do a lot more with the money if I just invest it and have a monthly payment. So it's kind of a catch-22. Jonathan said, I'm dead serious. I assume this is about the tequila flamethrower thing. Again, email me if you really want to, and we'll figure out a way.
Is that the Jonathan in Montana, or is it a different Jonathan?
I can't quite see the photo.
Oh.
I don't know. Anyway, email me, and we'll see what we can do.
See, Rob Stack was just talking about how he downloaded a software update via Wi-Fi tethering, and we've done that too. We've
done that several times.
Oh, where were we?
We were on a mini road trip.
Well, just recently we just had an update, and we just put it on Wi-Fi and downloaded that way. And yeah. So it's nice. It can be done. It's just that if you're doing like a lot of short trips around town, it's kind of a pain to have to keep putting it back, connect to the Wi-Fi and stuff like that. But if you're on a long road trip, no problem.
Yep. Sorry for somebody who had to be blocked. It is what it is. I'm just going through the messages now and seeing it. Sorry about that. Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of Rivian questions still.
Yeah, we should pull up Rivian because I haven't seen any news on them recently.
Let's pull up Rivian and check it out.
I can't answer those right now.
Rivian.
I did see though that what's her name, Nicola, is going to be selling their corporate.
Oh
jet.
yeah, did you guys hear? So Nicola, Nicola, they're selling their private jet. Or what was that guy's name?
I don't know.
He's selling his private jet. It's funny. I'm sorry. Maybe it's not funny. I find it hilarious. So here's the Rivian. What's the big update?
The Rivian does look nice. And they got a lot of cool features in it, but it'd be nice, you know.
Oh, the prices? Is that it? Maybe. I don't know.
And we'll have to research that.
But see, here's the thing. So if I was gonna get one, I want that 400-mile range, and that's not till January 2022. Yeah, you can get one next year, but it won't be the 400-mile range model, and that's what I would want.
Yeah. Some people, I'm sure, will probably buy the first one to come out.
You bet.
And then get the 400-mile one in the following year, because that's what we would do.
That's what we would do.
Another reason we wouldn't lease it, because then we'd be, we'd.
Yup. Steve said Giga Texas construction is now ramped up to 24/7. I think it's because Rivian announced delivery starting June of 2021. I mean, if anyone can do it, Tesla can do it. 24/7 though. Wow, that's tough. Let's see. Answered that one. When will Model Y drop in UK? So I guess the biggest question is, are they going to wait to start Model Y deliveries until Berlin is up and going?
I don't know. Because
or are they going to start doing Model Ys here and shipping them in the meantime?
I don't know. Or in Shanghai.
Or from Shanghai.
Yeah.
Because I think it said we know late next year.
Because also we know that the Model Y, at least in mainland Europe, was going to be different than the Model Y that the rest of the world has.
Yeah.
And so the new one is supposed to have like the 4680 cells. So it'd be interesting. I don't know if the UK, if they're going to hold out on those. I would think they would probably wait.
Yeah.
I will just say that now. You might have to wait another year or something on that, unfortunately. But you never know. Maybe those ones are building in Shanghai. Maybe they'll start putting the steering wheel on their side and make it right-hand drive.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But the thing is, I just don't see them selling two different Model Ys in the European market.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. 40-year Fitness said, "What do you drink, David? What is in that cup?"
Today is something special.
Today God.
Is
this stream appropriate special?
Today is the Bud Light winter like ugly sweater holiday pack thing. Oh, it's just just look it up.
No, okay, but not stream appropriate.
Okay, I'll just say that it is
not
Apple Crisp. It's an Apple Crisp.
I'm drinking water.
Apple Crisp flavored beverage.
Okay. Kids don't do that.
Apple Crisp is delicious.
Oh my God, we're gonna get banned. Sean said, "How would you describe the ride quality of the Cybertruck? Truck-like or more car-like?" I would say more car-like. It was a very short test drive.
Yeah, it didn't
go over any bumps, but that stretch of road that we went on, I know extremely well because I've done a ton of testing of Model 3 there, mine particularly. But it didn't feel bad. It didn't feel like we were that high.
Yeah, but again, it was a short drive.
It was very short.
It was like probably 2 or 3 minutes.
And we were just so amped up about everything else. Yeah. But I didn't notice anything that was like, ooh, I don't like this.
But I mean, if you saw the suspension on that thing, it's
beefy.
Yeah, so would hope that would keep things pretty smooth. And since then, with the Raven suspension, hopefully they can use some of that technology in there to keep it pretty smooth. Because when we tested out a Raven Model S, it was unbelievably smooth compared to just other like the coil or the other suspension. So hopefully they can do that in the Cybertruck as well.
Yep. John said Alaska has no sales tax. If you had a free Roadster, you wouldn't have to pay tax. Am I right?
Yeah.
Well, federal would still go after.
We don't have a. Oh yeah, that's the problem.
It's not so much sales tax; it's the income. So the free Roadsters. Don't get me wrong; I am super grateful. Anyone who used our referral code, anyone who's watched the channel, anything like that, super grateful for all you. But I will say this little caveat: anyone who's getting a free Roadster is not truly getting a free Roadster. You still have to pay taxes on it. So we will receive something from Tesla that we have to then report to the IRS, and that will. that will count as income basically. So they will issue us, it's 1099, right?
Probably, yeah. Yep.
In the amount of $250,000 for each roadster
Yeah.
that you take delivery
So
of.
that's going to put you in a really high income tax bracket.
Really high income tax bracket, which means you have to pay those taxes. It'll likely be close to $100,000. Anyone who gets a free roadster will have to pay.
Per roadster.
Per roadster. So don't get me wrong. I'm super grateful for everything. Like, I'm not bagging on it because I've seen some people complain about it. I'm not one of those. But it does kind of suck.
But also, that's still going to be way less.
Deal with it.
Even if we have to pay $100,000, that's way less than paying $250,000.
You bet.
So it's still going to be a great deal.
Yeah. Overall, I'm not worried about it. That's why I have an accountant. Let's see. How do you fix not being able to see backup camera in reverse? The backup lights are on, but cast way back behind the car.
I don't know. At first, I would try rebooting the car.
I'm not familiar with that.
But I haven't seen that. But I would just try rebooting it first to see if that fixes it. If that doesn't work, then I would probably call or schedule a service visit with Tesla and see if they can take care of it. Because I don't think we've had many problems. Maybe a couple of times where we put it in reverse and the camera wasn't there, but we would either just close the window, open it up again, or reboot the car, and that would bring it back. But if that's not working for you, then you probably need a service visit.
Yeah, I agree.
But that might be something they could fix, remotely. Or not remotely, but on a mobile visit, sorry.
Yeah. Chagog said, what do you mean by saying pricing schedule? So if you reserved a Cybertruck on day one, you probably only paid $7,000, was it? What did I pay?
Yeah, for full self-driving.
Did I lock it in at $7,000? Was that
I think so, yeah.
And now full self-driving is $10,000. So if you modify your order, they're likely, and actually some people have confirmed it, they will now charge you the new full self-driving price.
Yeah.
So if you locked it in and when you made your reservation, full self-driving was $7,000, if you change your order to a different Cybertruck, say you go from the dual motor to the tri-motor, you'll then have to pay not only that difference in vehicle price, but also the difference in full self-driving. So that would kind of suck.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by like pricing schedule. Sorry, that can be kind of confusing. Let's see.
I saw a couple more people just asking about if the car like Model 3 comes with HomeLink, and right now again I don't think any Tesla comes with HomeLink built in. It used to up until like 20.
Well, S and X.
They still have it?
Yes.
Oh, so the three or they had them originally because I think the first couple of threes we bought had the HomeLink built in, but then they started doing cost savings and simplifying things, or well, in some ways they simplified things, but they stopped installing that. And I think the reason why is because they probably had to pay like a license fee for every HomeLink equipped car. And if you're going to have all these cars and there's hundreds of them out there and some people don't use that feature, then they might be paying a lot of money for that HomeLink license. So they stopped including that. And now you have to buy it separately. It's like, is it $300 or $350? And you can buy it on the Tesla shop, and then and that includes installation. You can't install it yourself because it also requires some software changes in your car. So it's unfortunate that you can't arrange for that. Buy it and have it when you pick up the car. Hopefully they'll get that one of these days. But for now, you have to take it back in for a service center visit, or they can't actually install it on a mobile visit. So we've had at least one or two cars, they've come out to the house and they can it's really easy for one guy to just take your bumper and lower it and plug in the HomeLink module and then fix the software.
Yeah, so it's $300, just check.
But if you do order that, do not open up the package. They will ship it directly to your household. You're supposed to keep it sealed. And
it has stickers all over it that say don't open it.
Wait for the mobile tech, or if you take it to the service center, wait for them to install it.
No. Let's see. Someone said, great show, guys. Question, getting my Model Y this week. Congratulations. And disappointed that there's no heated steering wheel. I'm in Canada. Do you think there's any way it could be added with an update?
Well,
maybe.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we don't really know if they're going to be adding that anytime soon. Now, there are like aftermarket things that you can like put around your steering wheel that some need to stay plugged in. Some have a battery pack. You could look at something like that. I agree, though. I really think 3 and Y are due for a heated steering wheel.
It would be nice. And we were talking about that earlier, like when the Model 3 first came out, it had heated rear seats, but nobody had any buttons or any way to turn those on. And then Tesla started adding a software feature where you could pay to turn those on. For lower models of the car, for upper models of the car, it was just, enabled for anyone who bought like a performance. But yeah, it'd be nice if it had that, but there's no confirmation or anything that there's a heated steering wheel right now.
Yeah. Let's see. Chris said supercharger mimosa dispenser.
Yeah.
That sounds dope. I'm actually thinking of making it a root beer dispenser because I have recently been on a root beer kick, and that sounds pretty dope. And a lot of people have been donating over like our past live streams and everything, like $5 for like root beer dispenser. So I need to get all that figured out. I've started researching it. I think it's going to be a little trickier than I originally had hoped, but we'll eventually figure it out.
Yep.
It would be cool. Let's see. Chagog said, do you think they'll change tires for Cybertruck? They advertise tires are horrible on mileage. I honestly don't know because the Cybertruck is...
Dude, they didn't even say the specs though yet, did they? But they did look like they had some serious
I think
tread
Elon
and stuff on
confirmed
there.
it was like a 35-inch.
Yeah.
They do have a ton of tread, yes, but...
Think how expensive those will be though. Too.
I know. And my guess would be they might have different tire options if you're like around city that you could buy like after from Tesla, but I bet you anything they're going to be delivered with those monsters.
Yeah, but hopefully they do have like a version
Yeah.
that's maybe better for around town for people.
Exactly.
You know,
Because most people won't necessarily need those giant ones.
those are really similar to like, wasn't the Hummer EV, isn't it like 36 or something like
Yeah,
that? Which
very.
is
I think it's
huge.
35 also.
Oh, okay,
actually.
huge. Yeah, those can't be cheap.
Yeah. Let's see. Steve said in response to Chagog said, I'm more worried that they'll have to add side mirrors to comply with the present laws. That would kill me. I agree. I hope they don't have to, but I'm afraid they're going to.
I see. Oh, Blaine just was following up. He said he just got his, I guess, HomeLink module. He said it came in a plastic baggie in a padded envelope.
What?
So I guess they changed things up because ours all came in like a little box, like 4 inches.
That's
cube,
crazy.
And there were stickers all over it. So maybe they're changing that. But
Chris did the root beer with the funny face.
yeah, root beer's delicious. But you can also brew your own root beer.
Yeah, maybe David might start that up.
Yeah, it's a nice winter project.
There you go. Let's see. Ryan said, read that post-June that Model 3 has wireless charging in USB-C. I have a September 2020 Model 3 and it came with wireless charge, but only 2 USB ports. Anyone else have similar?
It should have.
So the USB-C ports are actually for the rear passengers. Now, the new one is supposed to, I think, have... No,
there should be 4 in every
there are
car.
4, yeah.
Because there's 2 in the rear passengers, 2 in the center console.
Yeah.
If you do get a 2021 Model 3, then it would have a 5th one, which is in the glove box, where you can plug in like an SSD drive or a thumb drive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and license to drive, they said theirs came with in a cube that said do not open all over it. That's how mine was.
That's what ours was.
Yeah. Eric the Goat Guy said, what about kombucha? I've actually never tried kombucha.
Yeah, me neither. Just like tequila. Tequila,
like
kombucha, I don't know.
Kombucha's not alcoholic.
I still have never tried it. We
Let's
should go up to
see.
Boulder, though. I think they have kombucha up in Boulder.
Seems like
Seems like a Boulder kind of thing.
Seems like a Boulder thing. I agree. A little bit of this and that said, what's going on, guys? So the new Model 3Y now comes with automatic dimming side mirrors.
Yeah.
What's the possibility of putting those on my Model Y? Maybe you can let us know
Yeah,
if
we
our
should-
Ys are pre-wired. Video coming soon.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for my parts to arrive. Because I want them on my Y.
Yeah, because that's one thing, because, they didn't have it the first few months, but you would hope that the wiring would be there so that you could just connect it and plug it in. Because there has been other things in the past where the wiring was there for, like, lights around the cabin, that there were just no bulbs in there. And so hopefully that's the same with the self-dimming mirrors.
Yeah.
Automatic dimming mirrors.
Hopefully they're just plug and play. That'd be nice.
We'll find out.
John said Rick's Restorations in Vegas turned a gas pump into a beer dispenser. That's dope. Maybe I should hit them up, see how they did it.
Yeah.
Chris said LMAO, yes, on it being a Boulder thing.
Yeah. That was just,
Yeah, that's funny. Forney said, have you noticed why not reading speed limit signs when bright lights are on it? I mean, I really don't drive too much at night. We've been doing a little bit of night driving because we've been going back and forth
Denver,
to some places. And I haven't noticed that. I'll have to keep an eye on that. That's interesting.
Hopefully they'll be able to get that fixed, because when they first rolled it out, it was only on like local signs, and then like a release or two later, they added speed limits for highways. So yeah, I can see maybe they just need to do some more testing and stuff so it'll work for the bright lights.
Yeah.
High beams.
Yeah, hopefully. Abraham said pop dispensers are tricky to keep carbonation.
Yeah, because we don't want to have. We'll see.
You know what?
We can
Maybe
get
it'll
one
be a flat root beer
or we can get one of those
dispenser.
little Soda Stream machines or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know. I need to figure this out. I've done some research and it looks like doable, but it's not cheap.
See, I see somebody, I don't know if it's a couple people or the same guy a couple times, but they're asking about Sirius Radio on the Model Y, but we haven't heard anything on that.
No.
So Tesla doesn't really seem that interested in that because they seem to be more on the like streaming.
Yep.
And I know that streaming doesn't work everywhere and satellite works a lot more places, but I don't know. I think it's still on the S and X just because it was, that's what it started, or it's been there for years. But I don't know if that's going to ever make it to the 3 and the Y.
Yeah. Sorry, I just got a message. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Okay, Mom, I got it. Thanks. Mom texted me. Hi, Mom. Thank you for watching. Yeah. I don't know. So when I'm on road trips, there's a lot of places I go, and when I'm driving, I just don't have cell signal. The car can't do streaming, and neither can I stream from my phone. But luckily, I have Spotify Premium, so I download playlists or like there's one music playlist. Get this, I'm gonna blow people's minds right now, because it's stupid. I have. How do I tell how many songs are in a playlist? Crap. Anyway, it's definitely well over like 1,500 songs. I've been building it for like 5 years now or something stupid. But I have that continually downloaded on my device. But also if I'm going somewhere, I just will download like some podcasts on Spotify and stuff like that. And that tends to get me through those like no cell phone service areas.
Yeah, and that's why we did a survey a couple weeks ago where we were saying, should we upgrade the Model S100D? Should we get that radio, the FM and XM tuner put in? But it's $500, and the majority of people said, no, it's not worth it. So we're not going to do that. So it would have.
Thank you for saving us $500, everybody.
So, yeah, because especially if we're going to upgrade and maybe get the plaid version next year, it's like it doesn't really make sense for $500. If it was $250, maybe. But also that's the car that I don't really drive that much anymore because I work from home now. So it wouldn't really make that much sense because that's really the only time I ever listened to FM radio was talk radio driving to work and back.
Yeah.
Or out in the middle of nowhere when there was no cell phones or streaming.
Skylar and a little bit of this and that are also talking about the double pane windows, necessarily or mainly on like the rear windows, and will it make a big difference if they can be swapped out? Hopefully we will have all those answers in a future video.
And I think I'm pretty sure you could add them on a the front seats of a newer or an older Model Y that doesn't have them already.
Yeah, or
but
3.
I don't know if it would be if you get a lot of bang for the buck though for what it would cost. But some people, we'll have to see what the cost is on those because some people are saying a piece of glass wouldn't be that expensive. Other people are saying that they had to pay it on a different card. They had to pay a lot of money. So we'll have to get some numbers on that and put them in the video.
Yep. Hopefully we'll have some answers for that in like the next week or two. Mark said the only way I would pay extra for premium connectivity if they added Wi-Fi hotspot. I actually think that might be coming sooner than later.
We heard, looks like there's some hints of that in the software where they're going to be adding some support for 5G in the coming months and also maybe a Wi-Fi hotspot. So that would be interesting because I think that really could, especially if it's still only at $10 a month, that would really bump up the subscription levels. Who knows though? They might come with like an ultra premium package that that costs more.
Yeah,
it remains to be seen.
Let's see. Forney Kid said, I got the full floor mats and backseat protection. Thanks for the video. We love them. Awesome. I'm super happy with mine. We've been moving a ton of stuff in the Model Y, and everything's looking brand new back there. Super happy with those floor mats. But yes, thank you. Hopefully you enjoy them. Ryan said, do you have any photos or diagrams of your Tesla Powerwall and inverter install? I have Tesla Solar, but no Powerwall. I'd like a DIY Powerwall, but having trouble finding proper diagrams.
Yeah, I don't think we have any diagrams like that.
No.
I mean, we could have some pictures, but no. I think they gave us some documentation of how when they were planning the solar panels, where the strings went, but yeah, we don't have anything. The Tesla engineers have that somewhere on our account.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
But
I'll poke around.
Several things have changed since then, just because we started out with 3 power walls and like 51 panels, and then we added another power wall, then we added another 12 panels. So even then, if we did have diagrams, I'm sure they've changed somewhat.
Yep. James said, any news on the external speaker? I want mine to play Donna Summer saying toot toot, hey beep beep. So not yet. Elon has been saying they're gonna add it, but nothing yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah, especially, they usually have like a holiday Easter egg or something.
Yeah.
Maybe that'd be something they could finally add. That's not going to work for all cars, but, all new cars being built since like September 2020 should have those. And the Model 3 has had that since, 2019, September at least. So, a lot of newer cars would be able to have that functionality.
Yep.
But again, a lot of people don't like it. We don't really like it. None of our cars make noise.
Yeah. Yep.
But if we could customize it, then we might turn that speaker back on.
I would change that, yeah. Walter said, does Spotify on Tesla's interface produce 320 kilobits per second, or would streaming through Bluetooth have better sound quality? Honestly, I don't know. I've listened to it through the car. Normally I Bluetooth it. I can't really tell the difference. Maybe I'm not an audiophile. I just turn my bass up and jam. Yep. So I'm probably not the best to ask about that. Peter said, thanks for posting the Amazon recommendations list. No problem. Hopefully you found stuff on there, and it looks like you did. On the digital tire inflator, how accurate is the PSI reading been for you with that? Thanks, you're the best. No, thank you. But I have used those for quite a while.
Don't we have like 4 of those? Is that the same one?
We have one in every single car. Yeah. I've had them in previous cars, and I love them. So when I go to the track with the Model 3 race car, I have to let the air out of the tires, because when they heat up from driving like I drive on a track, if you run your stock pressure, your tires are going to be way overinflated. So I have to drop it, and then after track time, when I'm getting ready to head home, I have to reinflate them back to the normal driving PSI. And I have absolutely loved those inflators. I've had zero issue with them. Now, I have tested out quite a lot, and I've had some die on me, but I have those in every single car, and I have a digital meter, and I have a bleeder, and it matches what that gives me.
And I like how they auto shut off.
Yeah.
With my last car, 2 cars ago, I had an older, cheaper one, and it was really loud, and it wouldn't shut off. I had to keep my eye on it. So it's nice that you can just set it and forget it.
Yep. Chagog, thank you for the $5 super chat. Said I had to cancel my Model Y. They reduced my appraisal by $2,000 3 days before delivery.
Yikes.
Sorry, no referral, but we'll buy soon. No, don't worry about that.
Yeah, sorry to hear about that.
Don't worry about the referral, but that sucks.
What a bummer, yeah, because they're right before taking delivery.
Yeah. Why did they reduce your appraisal by $2,000 3 days before delivery?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I know that, we saw back in like March and April that the appraisal values went way down, but then I thought things started going back up just because there were so few cars when things shut down that the used car market actually went up. But that's too bad. It looks like it might be going down again.
Yeah, that's $2,000 3 days before delivery is pretty lame. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that's not a long that's a big chunk of money to only have like a few days to either come up with it or figure out what you want to do. I'm sorry for that. But don't worry about the referral. I appreciate the thought, but hopefully that can get figured out.
So Blaine Perry was asking if the 2021 Model Y has the hard drive and the glove box. They have not added the USB, as far as I know, they haven't added the USB port in the glove box on the Model Y yet. And it's not an actual hard drive either. It was just like a USB port.
It's just a thumb drive.
Thumb drive, and you could put in a hard drive or an SSD drive is what we would do. But yeah, we haven't heard about it. I'm sure once we hear about it, you will know about it. But I'm pretty sure it's not there yet.
Yeah. Hopefully soon. I would imagine it will be.
Any month now.
Yeah. Speed Limit Review said they replaced the seat backs, or does it cover the existing seat back on the Model Y? And I assume you're talking about the
carbon fiber one?
Tasmanian. I guess. What car are you talking about?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Tasmanian floor mat seat back? Are you talking about my carbon fiber seat back?
Or the Model S carbon fiber? We've switched out seat backs on a lot of cars.
We've done a lot. I assume it's from the Tasmanian ones. I don't know. Just let me know in chat, Speed Limit Reviews, and I'll answer that for you. On said, will I need to get a Jetta hub if I get their wireless charging pad? Nope. You can just install it into your car as normal. Yeah. Let's see. The only thing though is you will need something because it will use both spots. So the Jetta pad has 2 USB-A that need to be plugged in. So that'll use both spots in your center console. So if you want to run like an SSD or something for Sentry Mode and dash cam, you'll need either a USB hub or like I use just their Jetta hub because it makes things look prettier. But you'll need something else. Jim R. Kelly said, I recently did a test drive on a Model Y through the Cherry Creek Shopping Center store, our neck of the woods.
Yeah, cool.
Very impressed with the car and COVID prevention procedures they use. Yeah, did you get like the contactless test drive? Curious to know if they're implementing that there.
I wonder if they do that, because it's like some people have never been a Tesla before. I think they might be lost if
I mean,
it's totally
definitely
contactless. You just go, it's like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
some people will be scared.
I would hope they would be like, hey, are you familiar with a Tesla? Because if so, you can do it contactless. Otherwise, we can
I know
show you
sometimes they've
around.
said that that's like sit in the back seat or whatever, so they're at least that far away from you. But
yeah, I don't know. Throw them in the trunk. That's about 6 feet.
Easier in an X, I guess.
Chris said they fixed the parking at Cherry Creek yet. Not to the best of my knowledge. It's been a while since I've been to that location, but I've always just heard it's a mess. And I've experienced the mess. Let's see. Should you buy the Model Y long range rear-wheel drive that's coming out? Oh, maybe it's should I? If it works for you, definitely, by all means. Yeah. A lot of people bought the Model 3 rear-wheel drive just because they didn't need all-wheel drive because they're in places where they don't get snow or necessarily need that kind of performance. So it should save you. I think it was about, what, $5,000?
I don't know. It seemed like that.
Maybe a little less?
Then a little less. I don't remember the price difference because at one time I think it was only like 3,000 difference, and it's like at that price it's like,
Yeah.
But again, if you live in like some states where you never have to worry about all-wheel drive, it might be worth it to save a few thousand.
Yeah. Chagog said it was 7 weeks of driving. I drove over the 1,000 miles.
Oh no, on the
I have major
yeah.
FOMO anyway. That really sucks. To have only or to reduce it by 2K though seems like a lot.
Yeah, because I know that I think when we had the
lot.
trade-in, it was like less. I think it was less than 30 days.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to worry about that. But yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I don't know if you've reached out to any of the delivery specialists, but maybe try that and just be like, hey, if you want the sale, I need that other 2K back. See what they can do, maybe.
Or, try CarMax or something, one of those others.
Yeah,
Because
true.
in some cases, back years ago, we were able to take it in and get quotes, and CarMax actually offered more than what the trade-in would have been at Tesla.
Yep.
And then sometimes Tesla would actually match the CarMax value. I don't know if they still do that, but it was actually better to take it to CarMax, get the quote, and then take that back to Tesla. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. San Diego Solar Install said Model Y made today have laminated windows and updated center console. So it does have laminated windows if it's a new one. As far as the console, they have not changed the console in the Model Y yet. Kind of suspicious. So yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Speed Limit Reviews said, is the Tasmanian seat back covers. So they're actually just basically, it's like heavy duty Velcro. There's 3 strips and they just stick right on and they stick really well.
Under the automotive
I actually
carpet,
did a video on that. Let me find that and I'll drop it in chat for you.
And the cool thing is, since it is Velcro, you can rearrange it and you put it on there. If it's not quite straight or whatever, just pull it off and put it back on there again. But the Velcro is pretty strong and keeps them in place.
Yeah, it works really, really well.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find that video real quick. I don't know. Do you want to take a couple questions, Dave?
Oh yeah, while you're talking about it, I'll just jump. I saw Michael Tavares said that he had a seizure while driving and he was on autopilot and says it saved his life. So that's pretty cool.
God, I hope you're okay.
It is amazing. It's like, unfortunately, full self-driving isn't here totally yet, but it's amazing how much better full self, navigating autopilot or just regular autopilot have gotten over the years. We just did some driving today, drove across town, and it's like I hardly had to do anything, the whole drive. We drove probably 30 miles each direction, and the car handled the route the entire way. I had to hold onto the steering wheel just to monitor it, but I mean, speeding up, slowing down, keeping the lane change, automatic lane change, it has gotten so much better over the last 4 years. I can only imagine, once we get the full self-driving beta, and it's going to be so much better.
Yeah, I hope you're okay though. That's kind of a bummer to hear. But glad everything is going at least okay.
Yeah, look at the car, helped him out.
Yeah, yikes, that's terrifying. Paul said, "Did you ever show off your reptiles? I know you spoke about doing it. Don't think I ever saw it. I did. I think it was last week, maybe the week before.
Yeah.
I can't really today because they fed yesterday, so they have to sit for like 3 days after feeding, so we don't have any issues.
Yeah.
Because like they could regurgitate is the technical word, but it doesn't sound great.
That would not be good on camera either. 'Cause
That would not be good.
I don't think that'd be that.
It's not going to be fun. So we're
pleasant.
just going to let them sleep and start digesting. Let's see.
I see Blaine was just asking if they give you a checklist to use when you take delivery. They don't, but if you look online, if you just Google like Tesla delivery checklist, you'll find all kinds of them out there. And some of them are like way, they have like 500 things or whatever, or 200, whatever it is. I don't think you need to go into that much depth unless you want to spend several hours looking at your car. But, go over things. And we've taken delivery of enough cars that we don't really have a checklist. We could just kind of go over things and maybe go over things a few more in depth when we get home. But fortunately, we haven't really had any major problems.
Yeah.
I
see Beverly said they had me watch videos on how to drive when I test drove a Model 3.
Okay.
So, I mean, at least they're doing that and not just like throwing people into the car and just being like, here you go, have fun. Bye.
I see you got a super chat.
Oh,
from
Ryan Robertson, thank
you
you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, thanks for answering my questions. Keep up the great work. Thank you for hanging out. Really appreciate the super chat.
Which question was his?
I honestly don't
I
remember.
don't know, but we've answered a lot of
There's been
questions,
a
so
lot
I
of
didn't see
questions.
which one was right.
But thank you for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate it. Let's see.
She said they handed her a key card and said, have fun. That's cool.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
License to Drive said, true, CarMax bought my ex for $4K more than Tesla.
Exactly.
offered.
So maybe that's something that was it Chogong or Chogog?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe that's something they should do with CarMax or AutoNation or someplace like that and see if they can get a better deal, a better trade-in value.
Yep. That's so funny though that they're like, here you go, have fun. Did they scan your license at all? They've always scanned
I'm sure
my
they
license.
do. Yeah. But they've been really nice with us too when we've wanted to take out like an X or something like that, or the Raven. They're pretty flexible.
Yo. How to build credit TV. Said, I'm super stoked about getting a Tesla Model Y and excited about this community. Awesome. We're excited
welcome.
to have you here. Hopefully you enjoy your Model Y. If you have questions, definitely feel free to reach out, ask in chat. I really want to give a huge shout out to everyone in chat for helping answer questions because we tend to get a lot of them. Huge shout out to all you helping answer as well.
Yeah.
Really, really appreciate that. But yeah, Tesla community, amazing. Bar none, best community we've been a part of. Love them. I love you all. Let's see. Diego said, I noticed the other day the key card I usually keep in my wallet doesn't work. Have you guys heard of them getting deleted? Oh, no, I haven't. I mean, what if you put it next to a magnet? Would that ruin it? We should test.
It shouldn't.
We should
but
test.
Did he take it out of his wallet to test it? Or because I know that if you leave it in the wallet, it might block it. So
maybe.
Especially some new wallets have like RFID blocking technology. So I don't know. Or maybe it was never. Did it ever work? Because I know sometimes you get the cards and it hasn't been programmed in yet.
Oh yeah.
So make sure it shows up on your list of keys or locks or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Speed Limit Review said, going to watch the video, then head off to bed. Thanks for a great live stream chat. Have a great night. See you at the next one. Yep. Thank you for joining.
Oh, John says that he checked and the Tasmanian seatbacks are out of stock. So must have had a nice video again. Unfortunately, sometimes when we do videos, they sell out. So.
Yeah. I think I don't know if Tasmanian, let me look. I don't know if they allow you to pre-order or you can just fill it out and they'll let you know.
Yeah.
They're very good with that. They don't take your money. Oh, wow. Well, look, our video is front page.
Oh, on the Tasmanian side. Cool.
That's exciting. And little Layden.
That's Layden.
Layden's so famous. So yeah, you can enter in your email and they'll let you know when the product's back in stock. That is one nice thing about them is they will not take your money until the product is available, which I do appreciate.
And even when they're out of stock, I mean, they've run out of other
Yeah.
things, but they usually do a good job of getting them back in. Because what was it? Their floor mats. And
We've sold them out of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, hopefully they're back in soon.
And do you have a referral code on there?
Yep. If you are buying from Tasmanian, you can use the referral code in that video that I dropped in chat. But also, Abstract Ocean now sells their floor mats and stuff.
You can just get them
so you
directly through
can
Abstract
check
Ocean.
them right out
And
through
they've
there.
got a referral code there too.
Yep. Love that referral code. Tesla inventory. 15% off your first purchase at Abstract Ocean. We love them. Thank you so much. Real quick, though, we have another super chat.
Yeah.
Blaine Perry, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said, appreciate you answering my questions. Keep up the great vids.
Yep.
Thank you.
A lot of good questions tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks, Blaine.
Yeah, thank you guys, though. Super chat's killing it tonight. Really appreciate all that. Again, though, you don't have to super chat to be part of the conversation. I just want to make that clear. We will try to get to everyone's question. Let's see. James said any time for renovations recently. I've been finishing up the basement kitchen.
Yeah.
That's almost ready. We get countertops are coming out to measure this week. Get them in 2 weeks. What else?
We've been busy with my mom's place.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
More deets on that in a future episode.
Future weeks. But look, Abstract Ocean jumped in. They said floor mats will be back in stock this week.
There you go.
All of white and most of 3. So
love to see it. So yeah, you can just head over to Abstract Ocean and pick everything up there. Yep. Let's see. Chelsea said they have a Mojave ball python, and I feed them once a week on Fridays, and would only handle them on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So I have a couple ball pythons as well. I have some boas. I have a lot of stuff. But yeah, actually, my first ever reptile was a ball python, and I still have her. And I think she's like 23 years old.
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. I
Still
remember
have
your mom tweeted us a couple weeks back.
Oh yeah, she sent you a text. Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's like, she said it was like 1997 or something like that. I don't remember the exact year, but it's pretty old.
Yeah. But that's what got me hooked, and that kind of, wow. I still love her.
You couldn't have
I
been.
still have
That
her.
couldn't have been 97. You would have only been like 8 years old.
Yeah.
What? How old were you when you got that?
Well, way to leak my age on live stream. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun. Can I do the same?
No.
Let's see.
I don't have any ball pythons.
Oh, it's so funny. Beverly said they took all my info online in an email, and a few days before my appointment, it was the most fun I've ever had test driving a car. Awesome. Yeah. I remember our first test drive in a Model S.
Yep, and got to launch it.
The gentleman, I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in forever.
Yep.
But we went to a place that didn't have like any cars. We were safe about it. Again, this is beyond statute of limitations. Don't sue me.
But that was.
We went to a location, and then I jumped. Like I was driving. You were driving too, I think.
I think I only did a test ride on that one. You and Scott both did the drive.
And he was just like, punch it. And I was like,
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
And he was like, just do it. So
It was like
I was hooked.
it was like a roller coaster. You know, when you lose, you're in your stomach, and it was
awesome.
just like, ugh.
And I think that was a P85D.
Back then,
It wasn't even so like
now the regular hundreds
100,
are faster than that.
yeah.
But back then, it was pretty impressive. And now you've got like the Performance 3 and the Performance Y.
Yeah.
And, they're even faster.
What
than
a
that.
great memory though.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Thanks for that. I appreciate that throwback memory. Let's see. Ryan said, as an owner of 4 Teslas SS3 and X,
Yep.
I find the Bluetooth key slow to connect compared to just the key fob, which I have added any similar experience. Most of the time, I don't have an issue, but occasionally I have to take out my phone and open the app, and then it'll reconnect.
Yeah.
So I feel you. The Bluetooth key isn't 100%, but I also think it depends, one, on if you have Android or Apple. And what kind of Android you have. Some don't tend to play as nice as others.
Also, it seems like the firmware might be an issue, because I know that we had a problem about a month back where we had several times where we got in the Model Y and it said it didn't have the key, and we were like, yeah, it's right here. But then we haven't had that since then, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So it was just like a week or two back, or excuse me, a month back for like a week, and then we've gotten a couple updates since then. So I think they resolved that issue.
Yeah. I will say the other day I had my hands full when I was doing some last minute shopping, and I got to the Model Y and it wouldn't open. And I kind of felt like an idiot because I had to put things down, get my phone out. and it was kind of funny.
But yeah,
I mean, first world problems completely.
Yeah. But definitely, like, that's one thing with the Model S and X. They still haven't added that functionality.
Yeah.
Elon said it would be coming. I don't think they have as many like Bluetooth sensors or antennas around, but they could still add it. But I do like. I do still have the fob, and usually the fob works pretty well.
Yep. Let's see. Wetzel Baby said, where did you guys get those seats you have? So these are actually, I purchased from eBay. They're from a totaled Model X, third row.
Two different Model X's.
So this one's actually perforated seat. That one isn't. And then I built wooden bases. I have a whole video on it. I need to get a list of videos that are popular and put them in the description. But yeah, that was actually a really fun video. So you can actually take them and put them together and form like a long couch, or you can have this. The whole idea behind having them separate like this, though, was one, so that eventually I got some more cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
We can both sit in here and do a live stream or maybe a podcast. But the idea was we could be sitting on one side and guests could be sitting on the other. Unfortunately, the situation in the world doesn't really make it very easy to have guests. But there's a lot of fun things we can do with this.
And the nice thing is they have cup holders built right in.
Cup holder. We need to get the USB working though.
Yeah.
I
don't think that would be that difficult. We just need to take them off the stands and run something in through there.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe in a future episode. Rob Stack said, "Do you have any videos coming out this week we should look forward to?"
I'm sure we'll have. We already filmed some that we haven't put out yet. What's?
I'm trying to think of how I want to do this.
Yeah.
I normally don't decide on what video's going up until like I'm editing and I'm like, yeah, this one I need to edit. But I have like several filmed. I just need to think. I don't know which one will be going up this week, but there'll be at least one. There'll be one. I just don't know which one to give you hints on because I don't know which one it'll be yet. Motor Nation 257 said, will the price of the 3 go down over time? I mean, eventually as economies of scale evens out.
And looks like Paul Wilco had a suggestion for try disabling battery optimization. And that's one thing on my phone, on our phones, we can actually enable like several apps to always be open and never, you can do that for turn off battery optimization, but I have it so that it's just always running. And so maybe that's why we don't have very many problems with it.
Yep. Let's see. Blaine said, do you know if the black 20-inch wheels on Model Y have all-season tires? I believe the 19s and the 20s come with all seasons, and the 21 Uber turbines are summer performance.
Yeah.
So I think you'd be okay. It just really depends.
Did they change that though for this?
They've changed it a few times. I think the biggest thing to kind of remember is right now with the world and the situation it is, a lot of suppliers are having issue getting tires. There's been tire shortages. Yeah. So they could potentially change it. But I believe the 19 and 20s are all seasons and the 21s are summer performance.
Yeah.
We're having a dog
We've seen
parade.
that not just with tires too, but a lot of things.
Oh, a lot of things.
This year have been delayed. Like we've tried to order like ceiling fans and other things out, and this stuff is delayed months sometimes. So, or they have to substitute it a different product. So it's hard to say.
Yep. Let's see. Xerox TV said, I know you've been asked this a bunch. But what do you guys do for a living? So I actually work in biotech. Nothing to do with the current situation. But I also have a couple businesses that I have. And David.
I'm a web programmer for a telecommunications company, web developer.
Bam. So there you go. Let's see. I will say, that's actually kind of like a future video. So maybe I won't go into that.
What's a future video?
I'll just gonna leave it at that. Sorry, I can't give away too much. Let's see. San Diego Solar Install said, heated mirrors on Model Y currently. Thanks for talking Tesla. Oh, that's a good question.
I thought they were.
I thought they were.
I thought they were always heated. Yeah.
It's a good question. I should probably check. I should probably know that. Thank you.
Yeah,
I will check.
I think they are.
And let you know next live stream.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Timothy said, have we confirmed Model 3 refresh has the heat pump now? Yes.
Yeah, newer ones like
2021s do.
Unless there's some, though, like if they were Chinese-made SR Pluses that were shipped to Europe, then those don't. But other ones Should.
In the U.S., yes. Let's see. Everyone's saying secrets. Yeah. I guess we'll probably kind of call it here. We've been live for like 2 hours already.
Yeah, and the dogs keep coming in here.
Dogs are coming in. They want their cuddles on the couch. So we're probably gonna do that. Real quick, I'm gonna answer this last question. Timbo Slice 083 said, "Can you retrofit the heat pump on a 2020?" Heat pumps probably never gonna be retrofittable.
There's a ton
unfortunately,
of changes with that.
There's a lot more that goes into it. So yeah. So unfortunately, I would love to add that to some of mine, but unfortunately, I don't think they'll allow that. Anyway, huge thanks to everyone for hanging out in chat. Huge thanks for the super chat and for any of you guys that have helped answer questions in chat. I really appreciate all you guys doing that. That helps out a tremendous amount. Again, though, another huge thanks to our channel sponsor, Abstract Ocean. If you haven't checked them out, I highly recommend it. You can accessorize your Model SX, 3, and Y however you want. All kinds of fun accessories. And we actually have a 15% off your first order using code Tesla Inventory at checkout. Just Tesla Inventory, all one word. So huge thanks to them for helping sponsor and really make all this possible, because I love hanging out with you guys. This is so much fun. It does not feel like 2 hours has passed, but it has. But yeah, so we'll see you guys. It should be some fun, at least one fun video this week. I need to figure out which one it's going to be, get it polished up, and post that.
I think Diego would really like that one, but I don't know. We got some more work on that one, so
that one's probably going to be a next weeker.
Yeah.
But promise it's coming soon. Maybe next live stream I'll give another secret about that.
Yeah.
We'll do that. So next week we will be unveiling a secret from a video that'll probably go live. It'll have to go live like the next day after the live stream because of the secret. I just don't want anyone copying it quick. Anyway, that's basically it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Absolutely love seeing all your faces in chat. We will see you next week though. Bye.